Hey, welcome me back. It's been a while.
Fliz is back. TJ is back. He went to grab his phone. My name is Charles Brown. Over here to my right is Fliz, a.k.a. Sir Flizzarelli.
Yes, sir.
Sir Fliz Flintstone. Sir
Yes,
Fred
Fliz
Flintstone.
Yes. Merry Flizmas.
And to his right, TJ Swords, a.k.a. T Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Dante will return soon. He's on hiatus. But
Yes, sir.
Oh,
we are here. If you can hear us, let us know in the comments that you can hear what we're talking about. Guess what? We are at 9 o'clock now, and we are on time.
What?
You know what? When we used to say 8 o'clock, we was always 15, 20 minutes late. When we would say 8:30, we was 10, 15 minutes late. Now it's 9 o'clock. Guess what? We on time, baby. We on time, baby. Listen, I think this is going to be one of our best shows because some of the stuff we talking about tonight is going to be crazy. Get in the comments early because we got a lot to say. The comments going to be moving. I want to start this off for all hip-hop heads, right? And I think this man don't get enough respect now that he has passed away. R.I.P. to Mr. Magoo.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Magoo has passed away. Magoo that is famous for, what's Magoo famous for? Rapping with Missy Elliott, rapping with Timberland
and Magoo.
Virginia Zones. Matter of fact, are we going to say he might be the first Virginia rapper that really blew? That's a very good question.
Let's look that up, bro. I'm like,
was Magoo the first Virginia rapper that really blew?
I'm looking up.
Could be. Could be. Salute to Magoo. Rest in peace, Magoo. But you know what Magoo?
It's saying Skills is from Virginia.
Skills is from Virginia, but did he blow before Magoo? I don't think so.
Matt Skills predates.
Let's talk about it. Magoo is on the joint with Timbo, and Timbo was one of the first people out of Virginia, period, to blow. And he's with the joint on the joint with Magoo.
Yeah, but Skills was years before that. Skills,
like
I think,
what?
was when I was in high school.
Like what though?
Mad Skills.
What do you have?
Your neck, because your neck nose is fat.
Okay.
Remember that song? That was like high school for me.
Now let's be honest. Who more popular, Mad Skills or Magoo?
Oh no, I mean Magoo. Well, Timberland, due to Timberland, Magoo would be more noteworthy, but consistency, you know what I mean. But popular wise, yeah. You know what I mean?
I think Magoo is a bigger artist than Mad Skills. Rest in peace, Magoo. Magoo was voted, and this was, I don't know. We had a we talk about this on the show?
What?
Magoo was voted the #1 worst rapper in history, I believe.
Nah.
I'm almost certain. Look it up. They had a list.
I think so, yeah.
And I think Magoo was on the list as the worst rapper of all time.
Oh, I don't agree with that. That's messed up.
That was about 3-4 years ago. And that was unfair.
Right?
That was unfair. But that's what they were saying. They called Magoo the worst rapper. And I didn't think, but listen, I think they were basing it on like 1 or 2 records. And his bars were more lighthearted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like saying Kid from Kid and Play is the worst rapper. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? His bars more lighthearted. He wasn't trying to be Lords of the Underground. He wasn't trying to be, you know what I'm saying? It was a different, Magoo was a different kind of artist.
Yo, would you consider Missy Elliott? Missy Elliott came out before Magoo in Timberland. Because she was in that R&B group. The Wu Syndicate, they're giving credit. They're giving Wu Syndicate.
She wasn't rapping though.
No, she was in the R&B group before she was a rapper.
She was in the group. Was she rapping?
I don't know. I know she was in, I remember seeing the video of her dancing.
Wasn't they dancing, singing?
I remember that.
And what was the group? It was like 5 of them, wasn't it?
What's it called? Sister?
Something like that.
Something
like that. Something like that. But rest in peace to Magoo. Yep. If you a real hip hop head, you already know who Magoo is. Rest in peace. We need to do it. We need to do like a. Let me see something, bro. Where my sound effects? Because we need a little sound effect for Magoo. Something to show love to Magoo because I think that he got the raw end of the stick for real.
Oh, you know who was born in Virginia?
Who?
The Lady of Rage is saying.
Oh yeah, Lady of Rage.
I did not know that.
I think I heard that before.
They're saying she's from Farmville, Virginia, right here.
See, but the thing is, I feel like Virginia got a lot more untapped talent that they. Ain't Teddy Riley from out of Virginia? Oh no, he's from New York and he moved to Virginia.
He moved to Virginia. Yeah.
Okay. VA got a lot of untapped talent though. But R.I.P. to Magoo. I wanna say that was like 30 years ago. Magoo came out. It wasn't 35. I'm sorry. It was
Not 35.
about 25.
Probably, yeah, 25, 30 years ago.
About 25 years ago. And I believe that people was kind of like wasn't ready for Magoo. But at the same time, he was a very good commercial artist. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be so bold as to say, without Magoo, you have no Mace.
Oh,
Wow.
I think without, Mace is.
Did he have solo songs?
Who?
Magoo. Did he have a solo?
He had
song?
one, but he was more so known for his records with
Timbaland,
Missy
right?
and Timbaland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he had one solo joint. But that's what Mace was. Mace was an assist. He was a side player. So when he first, Mace was on his own when he first came out.
I think nah, the thing is, actually,
he wasn't on his own.
Murder Mace was different than Mace with Puffy.
Right.
Murder Mace was killing things first. I mean,
right. So I don't know. I'm thinking that we had it's a beautiful history, bro.
Right?
It's a beautiful history.
Oh, shout out to Ed Lover for his commentary too. Ed Lover's he's a historian. I'm a fan of his even more now. I wasn't really much of a fan, but I didn't realize how much knowledge he holds in the vaults. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
Ed
should
Lover.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, you was watching on that
Math joint.
Math
yeah,
joint,
Ed Lover's interview was
He was
phenomenal.
dropping mad gems, right?
Right? I was like, oh, all right, let's go, Ed.
You know, he
So-
knows everything.
I want to keep it on hip hop right now.
Yep.
And I want to talk about something that got me real tight.
Real
Tight. And we're gonna have a real conversation about this rap chick. And I want some real honest
Wait,
opinion,
what you
bro.
talking about?
This rap chick named Noname.
Who the hell is that?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a rap chick named Noname.
Oh, I hope this ain't the chick I'm thinking about.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's the girl that you think it is. And I want to discuss her, right? Because I feel like, and I'm gonna put her picture out right now because I'm gonna tell you why it bothers me with this girl named Noname, right? And I know I'm an elder statesman. I've been doing this for a very long time. I should be respectful to my young peers, right? But I feel like if you a young peer, you still got to respect your elders. So this girl on the screen, her name is Noname. She's a young rapper that's up and coming, right? She's been around for a while. She's been rapping, very conscious rapper. And when she came out, she's more of a poet, right? But she raps too. But when she came out a few years ago, she blew up for getting at J. Cole.
Oh, yep.
And Kendrick. Why she got at J. Cole and Kendrick was because she felt they were fake woke. When something happened, in her opinion, they was never out there to protest. This was when Michael Brown and all that stuff was going down. All of the protests for Black Lives Matter started happening.
Yep.
And she started calling out, because everybody was going out on the front lines, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. She comes out outspoken against Jay-Z and Kendrick and J. Cole and every other quote-unquote conscious rapper.
Yep.
Saying they was fake woke. They talked all that conscious stuff, but didn't put up when it was time to put up. She blew up in that lane on Twitter, and a lot of people agreed with her. But as they peel back the layers, they started showing pictures of Kendrick at protests and J. Cole at protests, which made her commentary null and void, and all the haters that was saying stuff about them looked low-key foolish. But it didn't stop her from going at them continuously at Jay-Z, not knowing how much money he does behind the scenes that he does not brag about. And that's what I want to start there. But I'm also going to continue to say she just dropped a song last week. We wasn't here last week. Dissing Jay-Z and Kendrick again, saying that Jay-Z, when he went and signed up to work for the NFL, he sold out. Now, I'm going to be fair. She also said in her rap, she called herself out saying, I ain't no better because I told everybody I would never go do Vogue or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. And then she went and did it anyway.
So why say anything to Jay?
So the whole purpose of what I'm bringing her up for is salute Dale in the building. Dale in the building, super shout out.
Vanessa was popping.
Vanessa in the building. Super shout out. Super shout out. Super
Lewis
shout
was
out.
popping.
Lewis in the building. Super shout out. Let me get the super shouts out going. What I'm saying, what I feel like is it's all on a bunch of whole different pages. Y'all all over the place, but we gonna see. I feel like, right? First of all, my commentary gonna begin with calling out Jay-Z at this point, especially for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that? That was at least 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
When everybody was kneeling and into that, blah blah blah, right? And we're gonna get into it tonight because I want to get into it. She's saying Jay-Z was a sellout and Kendrick is a sellout, but she also dropped an album the same day. So you waited 3 years to throw Jay-Z in a verse on Jay Electronica's album.
Yeah.
Whatever not an album, sorry. Whatever she got going, it's her album, but I think Jay Electronica's on. I don't know what's going on. But end of the day,
He's on it.
Jay Electronica's on it, some other people's on it, right? On her album. But end of the day, I don't know nothing about it. I don't care. All I know is that what she said, the quotes were. And I'm going to read the quotes to you real quick, just so you will have more context. Because I really got a problem with it. I really got a problem with the fake woke shit, but that's just me. And I'm going to read to you what she said so you will have more context and we have a full conversation. Noname, the rapper, calls out Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, and more for support fail on a new song off her album, Sundial. On Friday, August 11th, Noname dropped her new album, Sundial. One particular song from the 11-track offering, Namesake, finds the Chicago rapper critiquing Jay-Z for his partnership with the NFL. Hove inked a deal with the NFL in September of 2019. What year is it right now? It's 2023. We're still talking about something that happened in 2019, but let me continue. She wrote, I ain't effing with the NFL or Jay-Z. Propaganda for the military complex. In some other lyrics on the song, which can be heard below, the Ghetto Sage also puts Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce, and Rihanna on blast for performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. Riri performed at the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, Lamar hit the stage in 2022. Beyonce, on the other hand, performed at the event in 2013 and 2016. She's going way back. She's attacking everybody who ever went to the Super Bowl.
Yo, who wouldn't want to perform at the Super Bowl?
Right. And I'm going to say this last little part and we're going to keep it moving. So she said, go Rihanna, go. She wrote, watch the fighter jet fly high, war machine gets glamorized. We play the game to pass the time. Then she goes on to Kendrick, da-da-da. I have a problem with this, and I'm gonna let, I don't know if y'all want to go say something before I jump in there, right?
I'm hearing out.
Yeah.
I got a problem with this, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I feel like if you just got in the game 2-3 years ago, we don't know no songs of you. The only time you make the news is when you dissing Jay-Z, Kendrick, and J. Cole, Rihanna, and these celebrities who have put their work in, who do charitable work, right? They do charitable work. They do a lot of stuff for the community that you either do or don't care about. And then you make an album and you bring up all this old stuff about Jay and the NFL and stuff that nobody even cares about. Nobody's talking about. And I'm gonna have a conversation about the NFL, and we know it's racist. We already know that. But the NFL employs about 80% of black people that put food on the table,
and then they
employ more people, and they give away mad charitable. So it's like at the end of the day, the entire world is racist. So where are we gonna? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. It's like, yo, it's like two kids, bro. It's like they're racist. We're gonna stop going. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, bro. And it's like, and I get, that's why I call it fake woke and it's fake pseudo black, right? Because if something ain't they the ones with in racism all over the jerseys and all in the end zone and all that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, right? Yeah, the NFL been racist since I was a little boy. They've been racist. They didn't want us to play. They said our brains was too small to be quarterback. Still ain't got enough black coaches. All of that. And I get all that. You can't change nothing from the outside. Why you think everybody wearing Gucci again, right? Gucci boycott was what, 2 months?
Yeah.
Because first of all, black people don't know how to really boycott. They boycott with no goal in mind, right?
The simple fact of the matter is you can't boycott something if you're not trying to change something. You're just getting enraged about something and then you want to boycott it. So you're going to lose 80%. You're going to lose thousands of jobs because Kaepernick couldn't be a quarterback, right? That's what these young kids don't think about, right? You're going to lose thousands of jobs. Yeah, we got mad and we protest, da-da-da. But something came of it. Hov went in there and really actually got something done, right? A lot of stuff got done. A lot of things moved around. We just had Dr. Dre do the greatest Super Bowl, one of the greatest Super Bowl shows in history. And it matters, bro. All that matters because you can't be just an angry black person on the sideline. That don't change nothing, bro. At some point, you got to get in there. You got to show we got just as much power as they do. They could have put just another rock band on last year.
And sometimes you got to get in the room in order to be able to fight.
You got to get in the room.
So,
but you know what? It's even deeper than that. I'm making it way deeper than it really is. It's really about she's trying to move an album.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
be real.
Here's what I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't know this. To
Patricia Rose in the building.
What up, Patricia?
Patricia was popping.
Let's just say what is real by historical fact. Let's go by pattern. The stuff she's rapping about as a female, she's not long for the hip hop world. It don't sell. She's not showing her body. She's not talking about boning dudes. So she's looking for an angle. She needs an angle to be looked at.
Facts.
No one wants to hear like messed up an angry black woman, quote unquote, talking about woke. That Sister Soldier did that and failed. You know what I mean? So it's like
I know what you're
saying.
But
you know what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying?
I get it.
That's
not a reason to not do it. But go ahead.
No, but you know what I'm saying. I think she's using this as a catalyst to say, look at me.
Strategy.
Cause like you're dissing Jay-Z, Kendrick, and all these people.
Right.
The top tier
If she doesn't diss these people, will we be talking about it right now?
Exactly.
This is her goal. It's like I have to talk about these stars to get attention on me.
And that's what
and
bothers me.
And the thing is, I hate ratchet rap.
Music?
I hate ratchet rap.
I haven't listened to it.
I haven't. But I'm saying the fact that I don't know her music is because what's that new crap? She paying my booty hole brown. I hate that song. Whoever wrote that,
my booty hole. That's Sexy Red. We're gonna talk about her later.
That song is one of the worst pieces of hip hop, written hip hop I've ever heard. But it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Like, no one's gonna hear her woke message. You know what I mean? Right. It's like. Now, sorry to say that, but
now you can still hip hop. You're not supposed to do it for money. You're not supposed to do hip hop for views. You're supposed to do it from your heart. And if that's from her heart, that's okay. But when you making it, when you're pretending like it's for your heart, but then you're coming up with a 5-year-old topic that we've clearly moved beyond. You're coming at Beyonce for something that happened in 2013. Like you're coming at Rihanna for doing the Super Bowl, which is these artists they're artists. Their whole purpose is to advance their name. Goal. When you do the Super Bowl, your music sales goes up 500%.
Every artist should want to be.
Any artist should want. You should want to be on the Super Bowl.
I wonder if they tested her resolve. To be real, I wonder if the people from the hey, we're gonna put you on a stage. Matter of fact, all your numbers will probably stream up. Here's the bag. I wonder if they did that. Would she still be like, nah?
But Fliz, she already admitted that she did the Vogue show and got her back. That's what I'm saying. So it's fake. It's fake to me, bro.
Yeah, why she doing all that then? You know what I mean? She's doing what she's saying that they did.
Yeah, it's fake woke, like and it's goofy, and it's like this is why the divide is so big, and we're gonna get into the old verse. We're gonna get into Melle versus Eminem in a minute, but the divide is so big because to me, if you're that conscious and you're that concerned about the culture, you would have this would be your bars all the time. You wouldn't wait till your album drop. And you're gonna bring up some old kneeling and da. She's saying she want to apologize. No one's asking you to apologize. We just don't care. I refuse to listen to the song. And somebody with bars like Rhapsody just spits. She's signed to Jay-Z.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, she be talking her shit.
Yeah, Rhapsody's nice. Like, we would have given this girl the look. I wanted to give her the look. And then when I heard she dissed Jay-Z, Kendrick, and J. Cole, and this is why Cole don't rap like that no more. Y'all don't know this, but when Noname called him out, and he wrote something back and forth with her, and then everybody turned on him. He's like, you know what? These motherfuckers, they think that I'm conscious. They think he's like, I never set out to be conscious.
Yeah.
I didn't set out to be a conscious rapper.
Yeah.
He said, I'm a rapper, bro. That's why when he spit now, He just bodying, but he just like,
He's
I'm a
bodying
rapper.
everything,
You ain't gonna
yeah.
box me in no conscious box and then say I wasn't at the protest like she did. So he was like, yo, I'm sick of that. And every time you hear Cole now, ain't nothing conscious. It's bodying records, bro. He even went on Lil Durk where he's
That
supposed to be
Lil Durk
conscious.
joint.
And
And
he
he
bodied
bodied
it
that
because he
joint,
don't
yeah.
care. It's exactly against, it's all against this chick. If you pay attention to the timeline, when she came at Cole and they had that back and forth, she got the best of him because he was defending something you can't defend. You cannot defend, I'm blacker than you.
Yeah.
You can't quantify that. So he wastes his time defending that with her, right? You can't defend her without acting like an asshole. So he's like, I'm not gonna tell you everything I'm doing in the community. I was at the protest, but it doesn't matter because her whole thing is not really woke. It's about getting eyeballs on whatever agenda. Because then if you really was woke, you wouldn't have went and did whatever you did and got that bag for it. So I can't believe you. I don't understand, and I didn't listen to the song at all. I'm like, I'm not gonna feed into the bait and click.
She had a whole project.
She had a whole album out. So it's like when she dropped the album and the songs on the album, so then it blew up and people was online talking about she diss Hov, da. I feel like if you got to diss Hov or you got to diss anybody older than you, better than you, that got more records than you, did all these summers before you came out. If your whole thing, 50 did that. 50 Cent did that, How to Rob. That's over at this point. So at this point, you need to just spit your verses. We would have gave you love just for spitting your stuff. But I'm gonna leave it at that. How you feel, Flaze?
I already said how I feel. Not really choosing sides on it, but I'm just saying I would actually like. I listen to all disc records to be real.
Salute Cashville in the building.
Yep.
Catfield.
I listen to like mad music. If it's new and it's popping, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
I like to stay current on what's going on. But yeah, I mean this it doesn't feel like you said overly genuine. Like whenever I always like to sit back and scan people who are being too woke.
Right.
There's always something fraudulent in it about the person.
Yeah.
Every overly woke person I met, there's the fraudulent part of them. It's like you can't be woke 24/7.
No.
And you can't, and like we were saying, if you're gonna be hating on the NFL, you gotta hate on every corporation. You gotta hate on all the banks that all the people that came from when bootlegging was their kickoff. All the 40 black cities that were taken away and created something else. That is America, unfortunately.
Facts.
Even probably the way she gets money, somewhere in her money chain or her hip hop
It's
chain,
impossible, bro.
there's somewhere
It's
you
impossible.
need to be woke. So if you're gonna nitpick, not the NFL, then you better line up everywhere,
Every
including
single one of
half
them.
the ways you get
You
money.
live in a society. Just salute the Chop in the building. You live in a society. Say what up, class, bro.
So yeah, well, you gotta sometimes to fight, like you said, you gotta be in the room.
You gotta be in
You
the
can't
room.
be,
Yeah,
man,
bro.
you're mad, you're racist. You're
How
like,
can you be? How
like,
can you be outside? You know what I'm saying, the glass window, looking in and then trying to talk shit?
it's like,
Speaking of-
salute to everybody who hustles and gets to where they gotta be and not hurting other people. That's what I
Facts.
say.
Word.
Salute. Speaking of youth versus elders, and this ain't really youth versus elders, but Melle, oh my God. Melle dropped a diss record against your boy Eminem. And it ain't really work out. We wasn't here to discuss this, right? But it's so much that went on with it, right? I want to have this discussion. So Melle came out with a diss record. Do y'all need the whole backstory? Or
I
some
know
people
about
don't
it.
know. Some people don't know.
I never heard it. I was just telling you that.
Some people don't know why Melle dissed Eminem. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have a little
And
quick.
that too.
I'm gonna like 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes to discuss how we got to this point of Melle responding, quote unquote, to Eminem. Melle, seen on the left, black man pioneer, aka Melvin Glover from New York, one of the quote unquote pioneers of hip hop, has had beef for no less than 10 plus years anytime you brought up Eminem's name. He has nothing nice to say about Eminem, but not just Eminem, most black rappers that came out after him. He has dissed Jay-Z, he has dissed Kendrick Lamar, right? He has dissed all of them. The only rapper he does not diss is Tupac, and that's because Tupac said he was going to get him a record deal before he died and get him back on. So he's forever grateful for Tupac saying that. Other than that, Melvin Glover has dissed everybody. And the reason he's dissing
Public
Eminem,
Enemy, right?
Well, I don't know, but he probably did. But he's most recently on record dissing Eminem yet again, saying, and this ain't even a diss, it's his opinion, that Eminem wouldn't be in nobody's top 5 if he wasn't white, right? That's one of his problems with Eminem and whatever, right? So Eminem, after 10 years of hearing this, who Eminem, by the way, put Melle in his Hall of Fame speech, thanking Melle for his hip-hop contribution, right? Melvin Glover didn't find any relief in that and continues to go at Eminem at every chance he gets. So Eminem came out on a record with one of his own new artists. I think his name was Easy Mill. And he said that Melle lost his mind to roids. He said we lost his ass to roids, which is a double entendre for the word asteroids. It was funny, right? Melle had been saying for years that he could beat Eminem in a straight up battle. It would be the easiest battle he ever had in his life. And if Eminem's ever said anything to him, he would beat Eminem so fast it would make your head spin. Melvin actually put out a record in response to Eminem. It didn't even have a name. It was 1 minute and about 11 seconds. It was one verse. And he went on to say, you're going to be feeling bad like roaches crawling out of your book bag. He went on to say, you get no supper. You're going to bed hungry with no supper. These are the rhymes that 62-year-old Melle decided to come at Eminem, who is a straight-up battle rapper. Salute Sandy in the building. Sandra's in the building. Sandra Bagwell, salute. Bagwell. Who's a straight-up battle rapper. The entire, I want to say 99% of the community, hip-hop and otherwise, laughed so hard at this record. They dissed Melle for this record. Every reaction video, my reaction video, I'm at 23,000 views on my reaction video. Every blog, every YouTuber reacted to this, saying it was trash. Within a day or two, Melle deleted the Eminem diss record. And then in the 2 days after that, he put up this long apology that was written literally by a publicist, saying he didn't execute his record correctly. He has nothing but respect for Eminem, and that he would basically agree to disagree with those who don't feel that what he said was correct. And he basically apologized to Eminem's fans because they was all in his comments, all in his Instagram, blah blah blah. This record was so awful that in my opinion, has ruined Melle's rap career. And I'll even go on to say Melle rap career been over, and Melle to me been legit trash since the 80s. And I'll stand on that. But he ended up deleting the apology and saying, let's move forward on the 50 years of hip hop celebration. So he made the record, it bombed. He make an apology, it bombed. He deletes the apology and now has nothing to say. Mind you, he's on every interview before this talking mad cash about everybody. So I'm going to start with Flizzy.
So what's the question?
You listened to the record.
Yep, I heard it.
What's your thoughts of this record against Eminem, Melle?
Yo, when I first heard the song, I was like, oh, this ain't gonna go well. I was telling y'all, I listened to it a couple of times though when I said, let me try to like something about it. But I was trying to force myself because I'm like, this is Melle. He's a pioneer. Then I was like, oh, like, no, this ain't getting better. You know what I mean? It's like it's actually making me focus more on the flaws of this album. You know, it was just so damn old sounding, yo. Like I've heard Melle spit a fire verse on K Slay's like 100 rapper thing, whatever.
I heard that too, and I didn't think it was fire.
I was like,
video too.
I was like, Melle came off on that, but then so I was like, maybe he's gonna hit it with that aggression but when he hit it with the ha type flow, I was like, all right, I was like, oh no. I was like, this ain't gonna work against Eminem. I was like, because a lot of people
he took a couple bars from 82.
Yo, for real, bro. It was like, and some of the
and then he started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But I saw your YouTube joint where you had something right, the breakdown, yeah. Some of his punchlines that he thought were hot in the 80s.
Yeah.
like the
That's what I
roach in your
said.
book bag.
You
and
got a roach
the
in your
pee on
book-
the elevator floor.
You the
something
piss. Oh yeah, you the
Yeah, like-
you the piss. You the piss in the elevator
floor in
rat.
the elevator rap. Yeah, right. And it's like, oh my God, these punchlines, he said everything about this song has indicated that he's aged out of
Aged out.
You know, it's like, bro, like, so
But not just only last year, he said he would beat him easily.
yeah. First of all, let's put this out there. No matter what you feel about Eminem,
Eminem's nice, man.
Eminem
He's a
is
beast.
nice. Don't front. It's like breathe, people. And if you know hip hop, you know lyrics, you know technique. Whether you like Eminem for whatever reason or hate him, you
Eminem's
gotta
nice.
acknowledge the dude can rap.
No
if you
doubt
say
it.
he can't, you are
definitely
lying.
can rap.
I've heard a lot of like, oh nah, he don't got the so much. I agree. I'll say this. I listen to an Eminem project or I'll listen to something, I'm like, this is fire. But I will admit this. I do not keep Eminem on rotation. I feel once I hear Eminem's album once, I'm good.
Mhm.
It's not an album I do want to play, but to say he can't rap,
I agree with you on that one.
that dude Eminem is fire, like hands
Facts.
down. But so if you're
Listen.
gonna battle him, you better come with some
Better
old
come.
like how many collabs he did with people and he's biting, and that's why I shout out Busta Rhymes all the time
Mhm.
because Busta Rhymes on 2 songs is the only one who stood with this dude like, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
TJ, what's your thoughts on this Melle Eminem situation?
I think he's very bitter.
Very bitter.
That's really what I
Very
think, yo.
bitter.
I didn't even hear the song, but it sounds like he was going. He said, "Oh, let's go on this notebook pad. Wipe the dust off. This is from 1982. This had all my. He went to his 1982 punchlines.
Salute New Goudie in the
You know what
building.
I mean? But Newt was popping. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just think he's bitter.
Would you have, if he played this before you, would you have told him not to drop it?
Hell yeah. Yo, man, leave that white boy alone.
I've had friends not on an international
saying?
level or a big level like that I've told like, nah, this ain't gonna go. Of course, someone still went and dropped it, but you know, I'm like,
But
all right.
this ain't it. This ain't it.
I'm like, yeah, like I think it's very. You need a team that's gonna be truthful around you. Like, nah, this ain't gonna work. And when he dropped it, the world is shit.
But I'm gonna tell you something. He don't have a team because they all old with him to let him drop that.
Yeah.
And
You're
also,
right. You're right.
the engineer had to be old to even put that out. But also, Melle is very delusional. He has no gauge of reality because he's been saying delusional stuff for years and years.
You
That's
think
why
he's
a
better
lot of
than
rappers don't
everybody,
rock
right?
with him. A lot of rappers be like, "Oh, that's just Melle. I'm gonna leave." You know, Star and Buck Wild tore him up. I was listening to it this morning. He called him every name in the book. He said this guy been washed, and it's a lot of people from that era don't rock with Melle. Ross, what we got? Ross Melodic says, "Why ain't the engineer save him?"
Hell yeah. Engineer was
Salute.
supposed to be like, "Yo, bro, let's not even put this out. You're wasting my time. Keep your money too."
And Eminem not going to respond. But this is what I want to say, and I'm
If
moving
M
on
responds,
from
it's gonna be in a silly way.
this.
If I would
Like,
say
you
if
know what I mean?
Eminem responds, it's a loss.
I would advise Eminem.
Like, don't say a word.
If I was Eminem's man, I would be like, do not say a word.
Like,
The battle's over.
the damage
it's
has been
over.
done. You're good.
And I don't think he was going to respond anyway. I think he said what he said, let the bait out there, and left it alone. You see, Lord Jamal left it alone. He ain't going to say nothing.
Yeah.
Because he said something about Lord Jamal. He said something about, what's the other dude? He said something about somebody else in the song too. But Melle really played himself really crazy. And I know, and I got a friend of mine. Salute to my man Gene. I know Gene feels a way that, and I'm gonna be a buck, that a white kid that's a guest in hip hop dissed a legendary elder. He even told me that. He said somebody got to spank Eminem for that because he can't be talking down to the elders. And I want to talk about that. Just give me a minute and a half of your time. Melle has one hit record, and it's in a group. He did not write the song. The song was written by Duke Booty, who is a songwriter and a musician that ain't a rapper. The Furious Five, none of the rappers wanted to get on the song but Melle. Every vocal you hear in that is not the rappers themselves, except for Melle. He had a verse from another song. He threw it on that song, and the song ended up blowing up, and now he's considered a legend. He has White Lines, which is another song. He got about one or two. He got Beat Street, King of the Beat, right?
But in the history of hip hop, how much Melle are you really bumping? Let's be honest.
That's it right there, though, right?
And the fact of the matter is, as Melle was in his prime, he was already being pushed out by the Fat Boys, Run DMC, LL Cool J. Melle time was short. Once it went on Real Wax and went worldwide, outside of New York City, Melle time was short. And I understand that Melle, his team invented the word hip hop and his team invented the word MC. I don't know how much we owe to Melle for the next 35 years because he said hip hop and MC. And I get it, I respect that. But he has too much negative stuff to say. And a lot of the Black Crusaders that's saying Eminem White shouldn't be talking to Melle. Where was you at when Melle was dissing 50 other black rappers? You had nothing to say. As soon as Eminem responded after 10 years of abuse to a man he showed nothing but love to, I'm gonna be honest, I was back in them days. And after the Message and White Lines, we really wasn't rocking with Melle. Melle was washed up since 1986. By 1990, Melle was trying to do a comeback.
Yeah, I ain't know.
Nah, it's
So
facts,
I was there too. Like,
I'm trying to figure out where we at, where Melle is untouchable, can't be dissed. When he's out here talking that he can eat a dude lunch. If he's so untouchable and he's the king rapper of all time, then spit it then. Right? Spit it. If you're not gonna spit it, then zip it, bro. We don't need to hear it no more. You expose yourself. You should have never. Now he can use this for his advantage, but I would have never apologized. You're a battle rap. You're a rapper. This is battle rap. Why would you apologize for making a diss record? That's what we do. Rappers do that. Salute Antonio. Page in the building. This is you're supposed to diss each other when you got beef. Why did you write it? Why'd you let your publicist write this long ass apology
And then take it down.
and then delete it?
And then take the song down.
But a funny thing, just to play devil's advocate, not to switch the subject either, but remember, Neo's publicist jumped the gun and did that too, and Neo had to come on like, I don't apologize.
Yeah.
Remember? So maybe his publicist or somebody jumped the gun or something.
I believe somebody jumped the gun.
Yeah.
And that's why he deleted it. But at the end of the day, it's on your page. You should be working your own page at this point. And if you're working your own page, they should be approved. You think Oprah Winfrey, somebody gonna just throw something up on her page?
No.
So you should be approving if it got. I think he caved in. They were like, you got to get in front of this, Mel. This is looking bad, Mel. They all down the Instagram, Mel. You gotta listen. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say somebody that's not in the culture wrote that apology for Melle Mel because they made it too clean. It was too nice and neat, and it checked too many boxes. He was apologizing to all these different. So somebody not in the culture.
That shit was thorough.
Yeah.
Thorough.
That was like
Step by step.
It basically was saying,
I would say they could be within the culture, but they was like they went to law school or something. Like they might be in the culture, but they know how to turn on the other side. Like,
that thing was crazy. The way they wrote that apology, go Google that if you ain't seen it.
I ain't gonna front. I write a dope apology too, like that. I'd be like,
a lot of
I
people
clean
think
my
it
shit
was.
up when I do it.
No, but a lot of people thought it was AI. Now the only reason I don't think it was AI because it had too much context about what Mel has said over the years. You know what I'm saying? It's too much context. And it also, when you do an AI is never perfect. So you got to go through yourself and edit the, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you do with AI, it's never going to come out perfect. So you got to go and put a human touch on it. So at that point, that means Melle Mel had to proofread that. And I don't think Melle Mel did that. So I think it was a real person. But Melle Mel lost. Melle Mel to me is washed up. And he coming at a man that's damn near 50, calling him a kid with a roach in his book bag. So I think Melle Mel legacy is now, they're not going to be talking about Melle Mel of the Message and Melle Mel of White Lines, which was sampled by Mobb Deep, one of the greatest. Quiet Storm is White Lines. They sample that's one of the greatest records, right? Yeah. They're not going to be talking about that. They're going to be talking about the goofy track that he put out and then deleted it because it was so bad.
Yo, I had people come at me for saying that I
you say you listened to it 5 times?
On me?
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
what did you say?
I had people come at me on different social medias because I said I like what if he ruined his legacy? I put out the question like he might have ruined his legacy with that. But you know, like the old schoolers get very sensitive to like he's a legend. You can't just because he got one whack song.
We got some comments. My man Rozzy Melodic, if I said that right, hopefully he said, "Why ain't the engineer save him?" Then he wrote, "Stop. Eminem is welcome in the game. I'm tired of that stupid argument."
Thank you. Me too. I'm with him.
Too.
He also wrote, "Anybody dissing Mel is like somebody sucker punching Ali in his last days. Melle got to get his medicine and got soup. He's deranged." He's right. He's right. Now,
you know, maybe
now I don't think it's a sucker punch when Melle is standing there saying, "I can beat him."
Yeah, it's not a sucker punch. Yeah, Mel was
It's not a
guarded like,
sucker
let's go.
punch. Mel said, "I can beat him easily." I said, "I can beat him easily."
No.
Like
you think it was more of a punch himself because Eminem didn't even swing at him.
What I say on my thing, I said Mel stepped into a bear trap, and he was the bear and the trap because he did it to himself. So
he trapped himself.
He trapped his damn self.
Yeah, but respect to the legend.
Yeah,
but yeah, you left him.
Definitely.
So I feel like, and we're gonna move forward from this one, right? I feel like Melle gets a lot of leeway because of this legend status.
He does. He gets past it.
You can't say this and you can't say that, right? But if I'm from that era as Melle, and I don't understand, I'm not as old as Melle. Melle is older than me. I get that. But I was there. And as Melle, as Joski Love, and doing the Pee Wee, and all these people came out, Melle career started to disappear. Rob Worth in the building. Rob Worth said Melle made a mistake, and he knows it. Still a legend, though. He's still a legend. Don't get me wrong. He's on Shaka Khan, one of the best. I think it's the first R&B rap combination.
But he's a bitter legend.
Unless you count Debbie Harry with Fat Five Freddy. Fat Five Freddy on that count that as a collab of rap, and it is because Debbie Harry was rapping. Yeah, no, he's not on that. But I'm saying first rap combination with a R&B might be Debbie Harry with Fat Five Freddy. That might be the first one, and that was a major hit.
Yeah,
but outside of that, Melle and Shaka Khan is one of the biggest R&B rap collaborations.
And that shit still smacks.
It still smacks to this day. I love that song. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know my hip hop card might be in question. I did not know that was Melle until recently.
I think I just found that out.
I didn't know that was Melle on that record because he's not in the video.
Yep.
They don't say featuring Melle like they do now. They don't say featuring nobody. But it's like Shaka Khan. That's back in the day when they would just hire a rapper. They would just hire a rapper and place his vocals in there. Remember they stole, I don't know if y'all remember Chill Rob G.
Yep.
They stole his verse and put it on the Power.
Yeah.
Dog, boy, without substance, the contents. You didn't bring the noise, stop the nonsense. They stole his verse. They didn't pay him. They didn't talk to him. They didn't ask him nothing. They took his acapella, threw it on a house song, and it became the biggest house song in the world. And he sued him, and now he gets paid off the Power.
I don't see why not.
He gets paid off the Power, but a lot of people was like, "Why are you suing him? They just da-da-da." But salute Lisa Costa in the building. So Lisa, you remember that song, The Power?
What up, Lisa?
With Snap.
Yeah.
Dog, boy, without substance or content. He was pretending like he was rapping. He wasn't rapping. It was Chill Rob G. That was one of the first dummy moves they hit us with.
Really?
Outside of Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he didn't say that verse, but he acted like he said it.
Yeah, you're right.
Without substance or content. You need to bring. I should get somebody $10.
I thought Snap had his own version.
He did.
Yeah, I was like, really?
He did his own version of it. He rapped on it. Snap!
Because Chill Rob G's version was rapping.
And Chill Rob G was my man.
Chill Rob G version was crazy.
So you talk this is about me myself. This is why I'm lyric. This is why I love lyricals. I used to bump Chill Rob G. If you don't know who I'm talking about, if you new to hip hop, right? Or if you old, go Google, go put in Chill Rob G. Court is now in session. All that.
Court is now in session.
Listen.
Yeah.
I used to bump me, Dale, KeKe, all of us riding around playing Chill Rob G. We used to play like lyrical gang style, get lyrical stuff, right? And they ripped Chill Rob G vocals, but we knew that verse. We was like, damn, Chill Rob G rapping on that, but he didn't. He didn't even know about it. And I think they was from overseas who did that song, The Power. But anyway, long story short,
This guy, Melle, gets love for what he did in 1982 and in 1980. After that, Melle cashed out and was out of the game.
He wasn't popping.
He was not popping. He looked crazy corny with this long ass hair and this open shirt with the vest. He had a vest with the chest out, with the fingerless gloves and the sunglasses and the choker on his neck with the leather pants and the cowboy boots. He looked crazy to us in the streets. He looked crazy. I'm just gonna be honest.
At some point, we start looking like the crazy uncle at the cookout.
Yeah.
You know
He started looking crazy.
You start flooding. Like, you gotta start flooding. It's no longer.
He had the whole plaid suit on.
It's facts. And I don't know if he on roids, but he big now. He been big for years though. And you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it at this. Salute to a veteran elder statesman. The only reason we talking greasy about they not disrespectful you. And I'm not disrespecting you, but I'm telling the truth. The only reason we talking about Melle in such a way is because Melle put his foot in his mouth way too many times. I've done videos on Melle way before this Eminem thing about him putting his foot in his mouth. Chop said he looked like Fred G. Sanford.
Another thing I stated to people before is not about Melle more recently, but not just about Melle. Whoever you are, if you put your art out there to the world, any piece of yourself, you put out, there's going to be critique. Yeah. So you better make sure it's sharp as it can be.
Facts.
So like it or not, you are not absolved from getting critique just because you're a legend.
No.
Or just because you're a pioneer or whatever.
And that's what people want you to, they want you to excuse him and let him do whatever.
It's like, you can't give him a pass. It was bad. You know what I mean?
That's like an old ass man come up, slap the, you know what I'm saying? He jacked and he built and he's like, I'm gonna slap the hell out of you, slap you. You got the right to defend yourself. Exactly. And Eminem only gave him 8 bars. No, he gave him 4 bars.
Like, why you hit that old man? Because he beat me up.
Yeah.
Saying like,
he hit me twice. Damn.
No, you supposed to take that hit.
Dale said Chill Rob G first album was like that. Rob Worth said Cool Kim of UMC's did a skit on Melle looking funny as hell. And then Antonio said Melle was jacking that K Slate 100.
He definitely was. Melle been jacked for years.
He been jacked. He works out, bro. I'm gonna give him that. That's what he need to stick to. Just work out. Drink your protein shakes.
He sound like
do your push.
He sound like Hulk Hogan in the '80s. Eat your vitamins. You want to? But
Michael
dude
said
from the
Melle
Fat Boys too.
Salute to Michael Brown in the building.
Who else is Diesel from the Fat Boys?
What about
Ski. He's Diesel too. He's Diesel
that's
now
right,
too.
Right.
Cool
He's the last surviving member.
Yeah, I know all the rest of them.
Yeah.
No, that's why, because he got in shape.
Fact.
You're playing in that gym. I can't.
But I thought he had passed for a while. I was like, that all 3 of them gone. Then he came back up in the interview. He just did a Vlad interview.
I just saw footage of him doing a recent performance.
Really? As a Fat Boys?
No. Him Diesel now, like in shape. He's not a Fat Boy no more.
Please, I'm about to date myself, but I used to love the Fat Boys. As a matter of fact, the Fat Boys, when they came out, they was the youngsters of hip hop, and they was resonating with us because, as a matter of fact, when Fat Boys came out, they were probably the youngest people in rap, and they was doing all this cool stuff, Fresh Fest and all that. Fat Boys was our heroes. That's when we started to relate to hip hop even more because Fat Boys was
the movie Disorderly.
Fat Boys was huge. Before Disorderlies, they was on Crush Groove, and they was on before Disorderlies. They had oh my god, they was like stars of Crush Groove. You can eat. They had another one before Disorderlies.
I loved the Fat Boys, but I hated the Fat Boys too because I was a fat boy. And when you're a fat boy in real life, what's everybody saying? Yo, hit a beatbox trap.
Liz, they gave Fat Boys a new life because at first, before Fat Boys came out, Fat Boys wasn't cool.
Lisa Costa was popping. She said the human beatbox.
The human beatbox.
What I'm saying. I love the Fat Boys music in the mid '80s like that.
Right.
But being a fat boy in the mid '80s, everybody wants to say they see me. Fat boys. And they'll point at me like, dude, that's what we doing?
Dude,
every fat rapper that came out, I caught it.
Nice. Fat Boys was nice too.
I was caught the Chub stuff from Chub Rock. Well, I was caught Heavy D. Every fat rapper I've been like linked to. Who?
Heavy D was
I was
nice
called
too.
Heavy T.
The Mr.
No,
Big
I was, every fat rapper that came out, people wanted to get me for that dude. Like, yo, oh snap! Look at E40 up in here. Oh snap! What was I doing?
Sprinkle me, man.
People call me Gorilla
Sprinkle me, man.
Black. All them cats.
Gorilla Black was way
Yeah.
later than that.
But people still call me that.
That's
what I'm saying.
funny.
I've been called Biggie. Every fat rapper people wanted to equate me to.
I am the baby box. Could you beatbox?
I wasn't bad. Not
Wasn't
gonna
bad.
lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Wasn't bad.
But I wasn't always like, just remember hitting the side of you
Yeah. Yeah.
and doing all the tricks.
See, that was everybody had a signature joint. Biz Marquis was
Yeah.
cool. Buffy joint was what was his joint? I am the human being. That was
Yeah.
Buffy.
All right.
Then you had
Dougie Fresh.
the other. You had Dougie Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nicest beatbox that people don't really know though was the dude from the Roots.
Razel.
Oh,
Razel.
Yeah.
All I
They didn't know
know-
what to do with him. They gave him an
Yeah.
album and everything.
Yep,
They
yep.
didn't know what to do with him. What do you do with a beatbox?
All
The
I
other
know-
beatbox was Just Ice guy. Just Ice beatbox. Latoya. That
Now,
beatbox.
what about dude from Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince's crew back in the 80s?
Right. Oh
Was
my
it
God.
was it Ready Roxy or something like that? Or
Ready
Yeah.
Roxy, give me a beat,
Yeah.
He used to come on.
Fliz
Saturday in
got
the middle of the
that.
show, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Ready Roxy.
right.
Oh yeah,
He's
Antonio
nasty.
Page said dude from the Skinny was Skinny Boys.
Yo, people don't
Dudes
know
ain't
about
ready
them.
for no Skinny
People
Boys.
don't know about them back in the day.
Listen, when we went, me, Fliz, and TJ and
Yeah.
Dante just went to Connecticut. Salute to June Archer. He gave the Skinny Boys an award. We was at the show where the Skinny
They
Boys got an
dropped
award
my
in
music,
Connecticut last year.
Yeah.
Salute the Skinny Boys. They out of Connecticut. I didn't even know that till recently. Ready Roxy, give me a beat, please.
Yeah.
That's when, yo, listen, I'm a Fresh Prince fan, bro.
Me too. I know.
I'm in the house. I'm like, yo, I don't care who hear this. I'm out of this. I got a nightmare. See, but that's not one of my joints was from Fresh Prince was
Brand new funk.
it's
Brand
new.
new funk.
It's out of the ordinary. It's kind of extraordinary.
So your Buster's commentary, a literary
Very genius.
and a superior
Beat creator.
have come together and
We made a musical
composition. We think it's a remedy
remedy.
to cure all the
Oh,
dance
you
floors.
It's empty.
You want to dance? We got what you want. Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince busting out with the
Brand new funk.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who was giving them a run for their money was the other dude, Cash Money out of Cash Money and Marvelous.
I don't know about all that. I don't like that. They had that one song, "Find an Ugly Woman and Make Her Your Wife."
Find an ugly woman and make her your wife.
Pretty
Yeah.
girl to have you crying the blues, but when an ugly girl leaves, she ain't nothing to lose.
But that was their joint though.
That was that one. Nah, like I
Slow
can't.
down, slow down, please. Cash Money is on my Facebook page, so you could be watching.
Hey, no diss, but they like the.
I got a lot of legends on my page. Tracy Lee, salute Tracy Lee.
No, I salute them.
What's the
'cause,
Tracy
yo,
Lee song? What's the Tracy Lee song? My,
Everywhere that my
he's
crew
on my
go
page.
and
Salute to
every-
Tracy
yep.
Lee. He's on my Facebook
Yo,
too.
I am a hip hop nerd. I rocked all that Cash Money and Marvelous, but they wasn't the Fresh Prince, bro.
Mm-mm.
They wasn't Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince
But Fliz, for a moment,
for one song.
yeah, they was
One
they
song,
was
he said one
it
song
was-
they was
'cause they was out of
together,
Philly.
bro.
Yep.
it was looking like, ooh, Fresh Prince might got some competition, and it was Cash Money and Marvelous.
But yo, oh no.
And then they said the
Cash
brand new
Money
funk.
was
Cash Money
nice.
could DJ his ass
He
off.
was
Hell yeah.
nice,
I'm a
bro.
Jazzy
Jazzy
Jeff.
Jeff is crazy. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
Jazzy Jeff
No,
was crazy too.
Jazzy
You're right.
Jeff was crazy too, but Cash Money had this transformer he used to do. I'm telling you, he pushed Jazzy Jeff to be better, bro. I promise you. Cash Money, he's on my page. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, listen, Cash Money was a problem with them damn turntables.
Let's get it in, y'all. Let's get a
Salute.
clap.
Chop said brand new funk is Jazzy Jeff dopest song. No, Chop.
What he say? What he say?
Brand new funk is a dope song. Their dopest song is 100%, no question, Summertime. Do you remember when Fresh Prince said at the end of this episode,
Yep, I remember that.
we're gonna preview
Brand new
a
video.
brand new video by Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Summertime.
But you know what? In this book, you know what?
Ooh.
I was reading the book, right? And he was talking about that. Like, you know, they was at their lowest. Like, he
had lost all his money.
Yeah, he lost everything. He didn't know what to do, and then they just figured that once that happened, they put all their money into that song, video, everything. And then when there was a rap.
Really?
Yeah.
That, oh my God. Hold on. Antonio said Fresh Prince was the most commercial of all the old school. Remember that he never swore. And Michael Brown said the bass line on Brand New Funk is smooth.
Hell yeah.
Dale said Philly had the best DJs. They did. New Yorkers say whatever they want, but Philly had the best DJs. Lisa Costa said yes. Lisa Costa also said summertime. And Chop said Brand New Funk is my shit.
Oh yeah, that Brand New Funk.
My all-time favorite song by them. I can't argue that. But that day, that night, Fresh Prince, it was like 8:30. It went off. They said, we're going to show this new video. Summertime. I was like,
yo,
I don't know no song that hit me like that video. I went and bought that cassette.
You related to that so much.
Oh my God, summertime.
You related to that.
That
was summertime though. That really was our summertime in that era.
It was the first time that
anybody
let his voice drop.
But wasn't that when Nas? I think that's Nas helped write that.
Nah, son. That
listen.
predates Nas.
Slow down.
That
No. Listen.
There was rumors Rakim wrote it.
Listen, it might have been Rock.
There was
Somebody
rumors
helped. That's when Fresh Prince was looked at as corny because he was doing TV and everything. He wasn't looked at as a rapper like that no more. And he needed a record that could put him back. Now we got to go check the credits.
Rumors I don't know, but the rumor was Rakim, but I think they discredited that.
It do sound like Rakim though.
So that was the rumor, but then
Nas, wait a minute. What year was this? We need to find out what year.
That was like 89, like 89, 90, that summertime.
So
Nas
out. Wasn't popping yet.
That's what I'm saying. That predates Nas by like 4 years.
It wasn't Nas yet. Jiggy with it. But yo.
No. Don't look. If you're a hip hop nerd like I am, that He's the DJ on the Rapper album had bangers on it. They got a song called As We Go on it. That was like, it got scratches as we go a little, something like that.
Michael Brown said summertime was 1991. Nas hadn't even dropped yet.
Yeah.
And Dale said Nas wrote Miami for it. I'm going to Miami. Benvenido a Miami.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But I think he wrote something else too. I think because he sat down with Nas, like yeah, Nas.
I know. I did. Matter of fact,
Did you mean to write Jiggy or Piggy? Chop wrote nothing wrong with getting piggy with it.
Michael Brown said Jazzy Jeff on Slum Village.
Oh yeah, shout out to Michael Brown, yo. Catch me on his podcast, man. Mike on the mic,
Michael Brown. Salute. We need to get more info. We need to bring Mike in.
Rob Worth said Miami DJs don't get enough respect.
They don't. They listen. They really cut. Miami DJs They cut for real. Yeah, no, he's right. They really cut for real. We're gonna move forward.
All right, we just veered way off.
Oh, Nas wrote getting jiggy with it. Nas got a bag for that. Nas got a bag for that. That's what Chop said. Michael Brown said he'll come on the show. Let's go. Come in next week, Mike. We're gonna set it up. Inbox.
Yes, sir.
So listen. Nas wrote Get Jiggy with it, and Michael Brown says summertime was 1991.
Yep.
So listen.
Thanks for the correction.
Speaking of old school rappers, I want to talk about this right here. If you look at the screen, you'll see a picture. Bone Thugs.
My guys.
They got a street named after them. It says the first of the month. Wake up. Guess what happened when they named that street after Bone Thugs and Harmony?
What?
Oh, I know. I read this story.
Somebody went and snatched that sign down, stole that sign within hours.
Wow.
That sign is gone.
That sign might.
This is what it looks like now.
Yeah. Damn, yo.
Somebody stole the Bone Thugs and Harmony honorary street sign. That's wild, bro. That's wild. And you know what my man Crazy Bone said?
Wow.
That's Cleveland. He said that's Cleveland.
Somebody's gonna have that in their family for mad long.
That thing might be worth something.
Yeah.
I swear to goodness.
That thing worth dumb money. Now it wasn't worth as much until it got stolen.
Yeah, the controversy makes it valuable now.
But it wasn't even 24 hours, right?
I don't think it was 24 hours.
Come on, yo. That's fresh.
That's wild. They waited till nighttime and just climbed up there.
That's just gonna be on the black market on some kind of back market eBay or something. I want the Bone Thug sign.
And you know what?
Start bidding.
At first thought, it wouldn't seem like it would be worth much. overseas. Somebody overseas, some dude in like, let me think.
You're right.
France or something like that.
But they got a heavy
He
following
gonna pay.
overseas
He
too.
gonna be like, I got Bone Thugs original street sign that is only one of one.
Yep, it's the original.
And then he getting a bid in with another rich guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, no one.
I say 50 grand.
50.
I say 50, easy.
You know what's weird about what he's saying is so true? I watch a lot of those like bidding war shows and things like that.
Right.
And there's a guy.
Anyone screwball?
Oh, yeah,
There's a guy who goes around
tonight is sponsored by Screwball.
turns crap into fortune.
Let me get some ice on this bitch. I'm gonna go get some ice. Go ahead.
So you find out if there's collectors for everything. And everything, like people with money. If you put it out there, like this dude, I seen a dude buy like a cheap ass like polo shirt from like a thrift market, a thrift store, cleaned it up along with a sign and sold it for thousands to a dude who just wants to be a polo collector.
Chop said he DJ'd in Cleveland. He loves Cleveland. You're right.
So just imagine this though. The I don't know if it's off topic, but still, but collectors, right? The car that Tupac and Suge got hit, and you know they redid the whole car right after that, right? So I think that shit would be worth so much money.
Did they sell that recently?
Yeah, but now I don't know if they sold it, but it's just like the Bonnie and Clyde car. Like it's as is, right?
Yep.
Right. So now I mean people really go see that shit, like go look at that shit. Know what I mean? So I don't know, but yeah, like I
swear to goodness they just put that car up, my man.
Random thought, you know what I'm saying? I just thought I had a random thought though.
So they stole the East 99. East 99 is where you find me selling me yayo daily.
Damn, that's crazy.
Cleveland is the city where we come from, so run.
I
was on that Bone Thugs.
Was you? Hold on, please. I want to have this conversation. And I'm going to say something controversial. And I know y'all dudes going to be like, man, I should slap this dude. But we was on, I'm telling you again, once again, we was on lyrical.
I like Bone Thugs.
And when Bones first, I'm talking about first, not I grew to love Bone Thugs. I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. I love Bone Thugs.
You're talking about when they came with Thuggish Ruggish.
But when they first came out,
I like that too.
Thuggish Ruggish. It took me and my lyrical team to get used to that. We wasn't jacking it at first.
Yep.
I'm gonna be real. We was not jacking Thuggish Ruggish Bone at first.
Not
DC. DC was rocking with him hard, but my crew, we was on some lyricals, miracle whip. Like we was on some lyrics,
they was
bro.
on the purest, probably underground.
We was on the pure, like we was Wu-Tang, UMCs, like we was Tribe, like
UMCs, like people, a lot of people.
Yeah, bro. But and I rock with Easy and all that.
Blue cheese.
But it took us time for all anything non-lyrical. It took us time. It took us time to get there. Salute Miss Diva in the building. Where you been? I was waiting for you to get in here. Hi there. So look, but when Bone Thugs first delivered Thuggish Ruggish Bones,
yep,
my crew dismissed that song. Now it grew on us because they was showing it every day, all day on the box.
On the box, yeah, that shit was
on
like
Rap
crazy.
City. So it grew on you. But we wasn't rocking with it at first, and then it grew on you. And then as a collective, Bone Thugs, but we really gave everybody trouble when they first came because we was on some MC stuff. So you had to really, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm picturing that video right now too.
Like take him out. When Onyx first came out, it took us a while to warm up to it. We're like, this is dope, but we can't warm up to these dudes yet. They might fall off tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? We was lyrical. It was like we was lyrical, bro. We really was lyrical. But the game changed with like Onyx and Bone Thugs and da. But
that's the thing about lyrical dudes from the old school.
Like they be stuck in that.
When you're the lyrical dude, they think this is the lane. That's it. Everybody else is
nothing else
too
matters.
corny, or we don't want to hear that street stuff. It's like the lyrical lane is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now Bone Thugs, when they came out for me, I was like,
the
this
video, everything.
I like all the harmonies and the melodies. I love the newness of it. It was a breath of fresh air.
Give me 5 Bone Thugs.
You couldn't tell me Busy Bone wasn't nasty when he came. That last one's gotta give it on up to the clock. Pop, buck shot. Blood, the morning may never known her soul. No popping up out of the ziplock. So I was like, whoa.
I be rooting for Busy because they always breaking up. Every time you turn around, they broke up. Two of them don't
Busy
want
had
to
a
rock with
solo
the other
album that was
two.
crazy too.
Huh?
The solo album that he had
what's
was
that
crazy.
song? He did a song on this album.
Thugs Cry.
Nobody Can Stop Me. Oh, Thug, I
Thugs
heard that
Cry.
one. But Nobody Can Stop Me on a solo album
I mean,
was my
Dub Fly,
joint.
my bad. Dub
I know
Fly.
what you mean.
That's what he did.
Dale said Busy and Crazy actually had lyrics. Don't forget about Wishbone.
Yeah, Wishbone was
Wish was my least favorite, but I liked him. He was my least favorite member of the group, though.
Man, if my man Playboy Nice is in here, he one of the biggest. It's like Crazy Melodic too. It's another dude on my page. They really huge Bone Thugs fans. So you can't say nothing bad about Bone Thugs.
Yo,
but
what do now come into my brood and you can see that we are more than thugs. We're more than thugs. We're more than thugs. Yo, I was a Bone nerd, man. Like I'm telling you.
and that's so surprising because you don't seem like what you actually like don't seem like it would be Bone Thugs.
Oh, I was ridiculed for liking Bone Thugs. I remember in high school when it came out. I remember this. I forgot his name, but his last name, but his name was Henry. We went to Central High in
Salute to
Providence.
Henry.
Henry, I remember he was like, because he was more on the Eric Sermon. He was like, he ain't nice as Eric Sermon and the Red Man. They ain't nice as Eric Sermon and the Red Man. They was on that time, but I was on my. It's the dog. I liked everything. I was like, you ain't telling me these ain't nice. I loved all that. When they came out with all of
Please do me a favor. Help me through the verse. Any verse
If I
on the
know it
Thuggish
all.
Ruggish Bone. What's this?
Ice,
passing you
ice.
ice.
Oh, I got ice. I just got some ice.
Oh.
Salute.
I know most of the song. There might be little words I don't know.
I want to walk through any verse of Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Oh, no. I want to do the joint from
What?
Which one?
Boom, boom, boom,
Crossroads.
boom.
Yep.
Tell me
Crossroads.
what you gonna do.
Ain't nowhere to run when
Judgment
judgment
come for you.
When judgment come for you.
Head on with the body. I keep the body solid. The Google's God got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody.
They named dead people in their crew like
Oh,
That's why he said Miss Uncle
Easy
Charles.
C's
Easy
Uncle
was
Charlie.
gone.
Yeah. They
So
said
that was late
Easy
after
C's
that.
Uncle Charlie, but I
His
think
Uncle
something
Charles died
died.
after
Charlie.
Easy, too.
The Google God got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody.
I done rolled and told my game, something like that. Looked around where they
We
at.
need a
Something
line
Something
for
like
a
that.
line.
Yeah.
No, I don't know the
We
whole
need
thing.
a
I
line
know
for line.
as far as that song, I know
We
like
doing this.
most of the words. I mean,
We
we're
doing
praying
this.
for destiny, ain't think too deep for me
I don't
to
care if
say.
y'all turn off the show. We doing
I'm
this.
gonna lie for line.
We doing a line for line.
God bless you, working on the plan through heaven, fighting the love 24/7 days.
I put in
God,
Bone and
you
Bone
play.
Thugs came up.
Even
Let's
though the
go.
devil's all up in my place and he keep me
We
safe.
could do a
in my
line
place.
for line.
The cage raised without a change of faith and just said again.
That was their biggest song, right?
Crossroads.
Tell me
Crossroads.
what you gonna
Crossroads
do when
was
it ain't
huge.
nowhere to
But
hide.
also,
I remember them performing. I
the
think
joint
I
with
really was.
Akon was crazy.
Yeah,
I tried so.
No, they had a
hard.
joint with Phil Collins.
I
too.
got the lyrics.
I didn't like
I got the lyrics. Hold on, we
That
going
was a
line.
big record for
We
them.
I know
going
it
line for line.
I didn't like the Phil Collins record, but
It was one
yeah.
of the
We're
best
going
records.
line for line. Here we go. I'm not gonna do the whole song. I'm gonna do the
What?
beginning. Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do when ain't nowhere to run. What you gonna do when
Judgment come for you. What you gonna do when ain't nowhere to hide?
Yep.
Judgment come.
Now here we go.
What's it goes? I'm gonna
Let's
miss
all bring it
everybody,
up for Wally,
Easy
Easy Seasons, Uncle Charlie, Lil Boo, God's got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody.
Yep. He
I only
naming dead
roll with
people.
all my gang. Look to where they
They
lay.
lay.
When playing with destiny,
Think
play
too
too
deep
deep
for
for
me
me.
to say.
All right.
It's too deep for me to say.
Yeah.
He said, Lil Lazy came to me, told me he should deceive women.
Little lady that came to me.
Told me if he should decease, well then please
That's right.
bury me
with
by my
grand-grand,
grand, and when you can, come follow me.
God bless you, working on the plan through heaven, fighting the law 24/7.
See, you know this, Fliz.
I was a nerd for Bone. I'm telling you. There's just little words I don't pick up on.
But he
I
keeping
like
me
you.
safe and in my place. Say grace.
Say grace.
For the case to race, with the chase to the face, the judge, and I'm guessing my soul won't budge. Grudge, because there's no mercy for thugs.
Ooh,
What can I do? It's all about our family and how we roll.
Can I get
Can I get a witness? Let it unfold. We live in our lives, eternal soul. Yo, this song is, no, listen.
And
Tell
I
me
really
what
love
you
you.
going. No, listen. That is hip hop, bro. They brought the harmony. They say they brought the harmony to hip hop. Is it real?
I believe so. I never heard harmonies
Who
before.
was
this.
People were singing but not harmonizing.
Nah, I think that's what attracted me because that was the first time I heard anybody do anything like that.
It was so different. Bro.
There was mad different. Like even with the thuggish, it's the thuggish rugged bone. Like I just thought it was so different.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
they
I'm
was
saying?
fire.
You know,
And then after that was First of the Month. That was their second single, right?
It's the first of the
I
month.
was like,
Wake
oh, yeah,
up,
fuck
wake
that.
up, wake
Everybody
up,
can relate
wake
to
up.
that, bro.
Woo!
Especially
That's when we was in the streets.
Still in the hood. You still,
That's when we was in the
Are we
streets.
sure? I thought For the Love of Money was the second.
For the love of money.
Oh yeah, that might be it too.
Easy was smart,
Wait,
bro.
hold up, because Easy was on that.
Yep.
No, was that the first one For the Love of Money?
First-
And then Thuggish
First of the
Ruggish
month.
For
First
the
of the month.
love
I
of
think.
money.
First of the month. I think was the lead single off their second album.
Yeah, I think he's right.
I think so.
Let me
might
check
be
it. Let me
right.
check it. Let me check
You
it.
might be right.
You might be right. I think
But
first
the
of the
one
month.
with Easy was the first
Was
song.
For the
then.
Love of Money.
For the, yeah,
That
For
was
the
the
Love
second
of
joint.
Money, yep.
That Edie.
What was Easy's verse on there?
Standing on the corner straight slamming rocks. Oh shit, here come the motherfucking cops. So I dash, I duck,
Yeah.
and I hide behind a tree, making sure these motherfuckers don't see me.
Hey.
Got my fat sack of rocks. Hell yeah, I stuffed them. Police on my drawers. I had the pause, and yeah, it's still motherfucker. Now my game is tight is my game. Easy mother. And your Eric greatest all this thing. Now niggas might trip on how I stacks my grip. I got to have it.
Let's
bitch.
go.
For the love
Let's
of this
go.
shit. And then Busy came out and burned out
Yeah.
For the
I'm
love
gonna
of
look at all the
money.
videos now.
You about to make me do a marathon. Like, listen, tomorrow, I'm going all bone thugs. Bone thugs.
Yo, on the soundtrack of the Set It Off movie,
Yeah.
that song they did for Set It Off was crazy.
Wait, what's
That
the
beat
song
on
they
there?
did?
With More Than Thugs. That was for the Set It Off soundtrack. With just a little twist of harmony, with smoke with lethal warriors, and it ain't no mystery with a pistol being a better put it in my
Oh yeah,
city.
because that's in the movie. That's in the movie.
They see we all
What
walking.
movie?
And Set
Set
It
It
Off.
Off.
It plays in the movie.
Bone Thugs got a bomb song on that soundtrack.
Okay. For the love of money.
But I'll go off on Bone Thugs. 'Cause that's how much I loved them dudes back in the day.
Yo, what's your favorite member of Bone Thugs?
Busy.
Busy.
He got a song called Nobody Can Stop Me where he gets real personal. Like people don't realize if you follow Busy's story, he was on America's Most Wanted as a kid because his father kidnapped him and they found
That's
him.
right.
You know what I mean? And he's talking about
You know what it is about him too? I really be wanting him to
his
win.
First album he put out was so crazy, yo, for real.
Yeah, his solo?
The solo
solo
joint.
joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's so emotional.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what got me his
that's
emotion.
it. He is very emotional.
He's so emotional
But he's the
that
most,
it hurts the group.
but technically and rhythmically, I like him the best. It's like when it came to the harmony, he just did it a little better than everybody.
Nah, he's,
You
What
know
you
what I
think? What you think, TJ?
nah, he's right. I fuck with Busy.
I think everybody fuck with Busy to a
Yeah.
low key degree.
And honestly, if you look at their interviews and when they get in trouble, Busy's the most tapped too. You
Yeah,
can tell his emotion got him. He's off kilter.
Hey yo, but I'm telling you, what's it? The Dove. What's the song? Is it Dove Fly? Doves. You remember he did the joint that was on the first album. That was like the single. It was like the first single, yo.
For the love of
forgot.
money. Y'all ready to make me reminisce. Yo, listen, I'm going to do a whole Bone Thugs tribute tomorrow, bro. Matter of fact, you know what, Chop, you in the chat. Me and Chop got a show. We're going to do 2 hours of one group every week. Or not every week when we do it.
Oh, that's fine.
Mhm.
We're gonna do a breakdown
So you
of
gotta
every
do
group.
Bone Thug.
And I think Chop, we're gonna do a Bone Thug breakdown. A salute to Bone Thugs. We're just gonna run through their records, bro.
Oh, Michael Brown said, remember Crucial Conflict? Sure do.
Oh yeah.
Hey, in the middle of the bar.
That was Chop, folks. Chop loved Crucial Conflict. They had a dope ass video. But
Yeah, that video was crazy.
it's time. You know what it's time for? I Need Love. It's time for I Need Love.
Damn, what happened?
It's an I Need Love moment. Are y'all ready? I don't know if the lady's still with us. I know the guys still with us, the old heads like me that love all this talk about Bone Thugs and UMCs and
I'm gonna go
Chill
listen to
Rob
UMCs
G.
now,
We
just
went
because.
old school. But tonight, it's time to get back to the I Need Love. And the I Need Love Tonight is about who? KeKe Palmer.
Oh, what happened now?
KeKe Palmer says, I need love. And you know what's going on with KeKe Palmer? You see that guy in that picture right there? That's her boyfriend.
Okay.
Ex-boyfriend, because she got a baby with him, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say they together still.
And what happened was a few weeks ago, she was at the Usher concert. And when she was at the Usher concert, Usher started singing to her. And when Usher started singing to her, she posted it. I don't know if she was live or whatever, but that dude that's in the picture went online and said, for God's sakes, you're a mom. Show some daggone tact. You're dressing crazy. You look wild out here. You got a kid at home. Show some self-respect. And it went viral. After that, conversation started to happen in a major way that made it look like this guy, a lot of females were very mad at this guy. I'm talking about wishing him death because he told KeKe she was not a good mom because she let Usher sing to her while she had on this scantily clad outfit. Even Russell Simmons' young daughter, who can't stand him, came out and said she wished nothing but the worst on this guy's future.
Wow.
She said she wishing nothing but damn near death on this guy, and he's the worst human being. This is how females were so mad because this guy told KeKe Palmer to relax and put some clothes on. With that being said, KeKe, this guy has decided to step away from KeKe Palmer as a boyfriend. They broke up because Usher was singing to her.
So
now, the reason that she's trending now is because she went to Usher and made a video. She's in Usher's new video that's going to drop in a day or two.
you know what that? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a song called Boyfriend.
And look, that's more controversy.
And
She got a movie coming out or something soon.
I
Facts.
can't wait to see this video myself.
You know what I'm saying?
So KeKe Palmer and Usher got together. And I don't know what this guy was thinking, what was going to happen, right? It made it worse by him speaking out. I don't know what he thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
But KeKe Palmer, first of all, if you watch anything about KeKe Palmer, she on next level turned up anyway. She ain't Sexyy Red turned up, but she turned up.
Yeah.
She ain't talking about her booty hole is brown, but she turned up.
She's a little ratchet, is what you're saying?
She's a little ratchet.
Little ratchet.
So the next possible course of action would be to do a video with Usher.
Her PR team was like, look, we're about to turn this whole thing
Right,
around.
straight up.
Call Usher's team and
She need to do a damn song with Usher next time.
Yeah.
Forget just being in the video.
she need to be on a remix or something.
Facts. So now, with all that controversy and all these girls, like
She
young
texted
girls
back
too,
like, thank you. You just made me a bag.
made her a real bag. A lot of these girls was mad at this dude. But now, look who's laughing. That's the I Need Love for tonight. What's your thoughts on that, Flizzy?
I think it's obviously a genius marketing point because I'm going to watch the video. And you already got my attention. Like, I want to see, is she going to do something to kind of antagonize
Yeah, that's
her
what I'm
ex?
about to say. That's
You know
exactly what she's
I mean?
going to do, too.
Like, oh, you didn't like this, huh? Oh, snap. She's going to be about twerking up on him. She's going to wear less clothes in the video. I just want to see, is it going to be classy or is it a get back, you know?
I think we already know how the video is going down.
Right? I will be watching that video, y'all. So just so that I'm not going to lie for 2 seconds. Controversial stuff always grabs my attention. I got to see what's good.
Say less. So that's the I Need Love for the night. KeKe Palmer not only is not with that dude no more, she done went with Usher, who sang all in her face. Now she's gonna do a whole full video with Usher. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. But I want to do a tonight's freaking Insane in the Membrane. I don't know if y'all ready for the nice Insane in the Membrane because I'm not even ready for it. It's so wild to me. I would never do the stuff they're doing what they did to this human being. I would never do it to people. But I'm gonna do it in the Insane Membrane anyway. A woman and we're gonna have this conversation.
Damn, they look.
A woman in Florida was held captive in a dog cage by 4 men, and she escaped to point out the men, and now they have been arrested. They had her in a dog cage for, I believe, 20 days. She somehow escaped. I'm going to read this, and we're going to have a conversation. Let me put this up. But this is tonight's Insane in the Membrane, because I feel like this is wild. I want to put the woman on the screen. That's the woman. That's one of her captors. And I'm going to read this right now. You ready, Flizzy?
I'm ready.
A woman in Florida was held in a dog cage and made a daring escape, leading police to her 4 captors. 4 kidnapping suspects were arrested in Florida after a woman in her 40s was allegedly held captive in a dog cage before making a daring escape. Monica Reed, 37, Cortez Jackson, 39, 21, and Damon Trump was 19, have been charged with armed kidnapping and intent to commit and false imprisonment with a weapon. Reed, an additional count of aggravated battery with a firearm after police say she allegedly pistol whipped the unarmed victim in the cheek while taking her hostage. The manner in which the firearm was used could have caused great bodily harm and permanent disfigurement. They have an affidavit and everything. This was done to the defendant to obtain information from the victim, namely the victim's address in regard to a potential stolen item. The victim is said to have been forced at gunpoint inside a vehicle where her arms were bound. So these people took this woman by gunpoint, hit her with the pistol because they think she stole something, and put her in a dog cage for days. Flizzy, I personally think that is insane. In the membrane, I want to know your opinion because she escaped. My question is, how did you escape from a dog cage?
The dog cages I know aren't that strong. You know what I mean? To be real.
You know what, Fliz?
I've never seen a dog cage that I don't think I could break out of.
Wait, hold on, Fliz. I'm gonna show you the dog cage.
And
look at this dog cage on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can flick this lever or something. Well, you know, it should be a lever. Yo, a human should know how to flick that lever.
Yeah, I'm sure. I hope they didn't. It was. I mean, I hope that sounded wrong.
Some pit bulls are mad strong and can't flick that lever though.
But there's probably some type of.
But there's But the thing is, if no one's around, I would see that right now. I'm already strategizing. Any metal you keep bending back and forth is going to give way at one of the seams. If you can't, they can't see you doing it. But even that cage, I'm a big dude. After a while, it's gonna wear. Give me an hour, I can bend myself.
But that's an hour of fumbling with it, please.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
these dudes looking at you, watching.
No, I'm saying somehow she got out. So they wasn't watching. They couldn't watch the whole.
Imagine she didn't get out though, Flizzy. That's crazy.
I wonder how she got out. You know,
she had to get out through
but the question.
Clicking little
I hope that wouldn't be it because this is gonna sound. I got kids. You ever see the first Chipmunk movie that came out?
Alvin and the Chipmunk?
Yeah, but not the cartoon version, but the kind of CGI ones.
Yeah.
Remember, dude put him in the little cat cage, and they go, "How'd you get out?" He goes, "We're talking, walking chipmunks. It was not hard to split them."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Yo, but nah, seriously though, it sounds like there's a lot missing though. Cause it sounds like
it's a lot missing.
It sounds like this is way more on a street level than I am comfortable for.
Yeah, for them to want to put her in that this more than whatever.
Something street really something really
shit happened.
Thug really happened. Yeah. If they think she took something of value from them.
You know what though? They so dumb though.
Whether she took it or not, they think she
bread.
Yeah. She took something on a street level that
or they think she took it.
Or they think, they think. Allegedly.
Now, let's just say you really took it. Would you run to the cops?
Me?
Yeah, that's right too.
If I took it, depends on what we're talking about.
But if I'm scared, I'm going to the cops. But what if you really stole what they say you stole?
Yeah, but
there's levels to it.
Yeah, so basically she might have played them. Because what if it's something that they can't tell the cops what she took?
I don't know.
She basically played them.
It's like you in certain
Right.
in situations, in certain situations, she's like, I did steal it. You kidnapped me. Now I'm still keeping this thing of value. But the thing is, it must be real valuable or dangerous because if you lock me up in a dog cage, you getting whatever.
How many days?
Like
I don't even know. They had her a couple days though.
If it's long enough, I'm like, I took the jewels, man. Like, just take them out. Let me go get them for you.
I don't know, Flizzy, but I just want that is the insane in the memory. I thought it's insane to throw a chick in a dog cage because you thought she stole something.
Yeah,
I thought that's kind of wild to me.
I think Fizz is up to something, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're on to something, like.
I'm saying with me, I
think it's not just no regular
thing. You know what I mean?
It's something else to it.
Yeah, there's something bigger that is not being said in this story and by them. Like both sides of this are hiding something. Like, if we say this,
or the story is just not complete. The story is like missing pieces.
Yep,
that's a fact.
Now, was not missing pieces. These guys right here, 6 cops. They called themselves the Goon Squad. They ran the city wild, crazy. These guys were reckless, and what it is what I'm starting to learn as I get older. If you give cops too much power, they will abuse it.
Yep.
Was it Memphis?
I'm going to read the story right now. But if you give cops too much power, they will abuse that power.
Homeboy right here, down here.
Hold on, let me go back.
He looked like him right there.
In the middle?
No, this guy.
Bottom right.
Bottom right. What about him?
Yeah, look at him. He looked like at school. In school, he was that kid that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you might have, like, if you see him, like they was bothering me my whole life. This is my chance
to get back.
Yeah, it's my get back.
This is a wild, teachable moment to me. 6 ex-officers, some of whom called themselves the Goon Squad, pled guilty to state charges and torture of 2 black men. What they did was torture 2 black men for some reason. I'm going to read it.
He's a terrible problem.
6 former Mississippi law enforcement officers pleaded guilty Monday to all state charges against them. Oh, they pled guilty, bro.
Oh, they pled guilty? So they must have some ill shit.
They got some ill shit. Yeah. Torture and abuse.
Oh, it's federal?
Yeah. Of this year of 2 black men, one of whom was shot in the mouth.
Oh.
Their guilty pleas came after the former officers, 5 of them deputies for the ranking. Here we go. Just damn advertisement. Hold on. County Sheriff's Office, the 6th officer for the Richland Police Department pleaded guilty this month to federal charges in connection to the same January incident. Let me read what they actually did. Let me scroll down because I don't read all that. They were charged with 13 felonies in connection to torture and physical abuse of the men. They basically, it doesn't really say what they did because we already know what they did. They put like dildos in these men. Wow. They did all kind of wild stuff to these men. They were torturing these men for whatever reason. And now they have all pled guilty. It says they were charged with home invasion and was charged with at aggravated assault and released. Let's see.
They released them on bail?
Actually, no, it says
so what about the dude that got
the
shot?
release says, no, I'm sorry, they didn't get released. It says that there was a release, a paper release.
Oh, okay.
But these guys sexually tortured these men with dildos, and they did all kind of stuff to these grown-ass men. And they're pleading guilty, which means they really are facing crazy time.
Yeah.
If they try to take this case to court. But what I want to say about this Goon Squad, this is what they do. They get too much power, and they start to abuse it, and they start to abuse, especially with underserved communities, black men and
they all look
people
like
of
they
color.
Wasn't popular in high school. They just look mad.
Mad freaking. They probably went to high schools where they got beat up.
Yeah, exactly.
And this was a racially charged crime and a very serious situation. Now, I want to say we have seen many incidents of police abuse, right? We have heard about a lot of incidents where people who weren't even involved with whatever crime they're investigating are mistakenly grabbed and beat up. Someone in the comments wrote, a Facebook user wrote, "No warrant. They are terrorists, and I hope they get taken care of in prison." That is a fact, I believe. I gotta find out
they're gonna
who that is.
rate
Please
the
go look and see
population.
who that is on my page, because the name didn't come up. It might be on the Clash page.
You know what I mean? Because it's federal, so they're going right in the population, and they gotta show their paperwork.
Facts. And the simple fact of the matter is,
And they're cops.
just by them being cops, they in trouble. Just by them being cops, but they might look out for them. They might actually look out for them. Yeah, they might actually look out for them.
Yeah,
But what? Put them in PC.
They're,
There's
not,
no
yeah,
PC.
they're not
though.
gonna throw those
There's-
cops
I don't
in
think
regular.
I don't think there's no PC in a federal prison.
Unless they throw with the Aryans who might like, oh, you'll kill him.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's no like no PC in a federal prison.
Let's find out. I think let me see who wrote that.
I'm trying to find which page. Obviously not the Charles Brown page.
It's on the other
CWMG.
Charles page. Oh, I can't. It might be on my main page. Let me just check. I want to acknowledge the person who wrote that.
Why? What they say?
In my main page. Here it is. Right here. Yeah, this is it right here.
This happened
What'd they
in
say?
January,
Oh, it just says it's a
and we are hearing about it. All the ones who haven't heard about it against the white man is common denominator, the most evil in this world. It's Patricia. Salute Patricia. She went on the other page. I didn't. It's just not showing her name.
All right.
Salute to Patricia. I appreciate you. So listen, I'm like, in my opinion, right? I feel like when you give these cops too much power, and I ain't got nothing against cops. I know some cops, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you give them too much power, they start calling themselves like the Goon Squad. When you say just bring the crime rate down, it's the politicians who want the crime rate down, because then they can run a re-election campaign on the crime rate being down. The crime rate can only go down, and this is the real shit, if the cops are worse than the criminals. If the cops are worse than the criminals, you can't scare criminals with nothing, but the only thing that scares criminals is a really bad cop. I'm just being a buck
cops
with
just
you.
abuse the cops.
A really bad
the
cop.
cops that abuse their power.
Yes, a really bad cop is the only thing that's going to scare a criminal or another criminal that's worse than them. So the cops get worse and worse. And when you only care about arrest rates and low crime rates, like when Giuliani enforced the no
Stop and
frisk, they were only worried about the numbers. So that's when you give cops this kind of we just watched a movie about, it's called was this on not a movie, a show on Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was called City on the Hill or something like that. And oh no, we own the city, where they documented the Baltimore force of police who were robbing and just abusing power. They end up going to jail. But what happens is they give them too much power to operate and move throughout the city, and they have no autonomy. So then they end up doing something crazy like killing somebody and robbing people and da-da-da, because they're just as bad as the people that they're going after. And this is what happened with this Goon Squad, right? So now they are pleading guilty to abusing these two men because they went up in their homes and I don't remember exactly what it was over, but I believe it was over something.
Is that considered a kidnapping charge too?
Yes, they got that. They got a kidnapping charge. Now they probably thought nobody would believe these gentlemen. They probably thought they would get away with it easily, but they pleaded guilty, and then they're gonna do mad time. And I'm not for jail unless you really deserve it, and these guys really deserve it. And if you look at this guy, like right now, let me be honest with you. Let me put this picture back up. This dude, hold on. These dudes look like they only did this stuff because they let them.
Yeah.
These dudes wouldn't have done this if they weren't cops.
They all look scared.
Look at these guys. They're like regular degular white dudes.
They look like, damn, we fucked up.
Dude at the top in the middle look like a daggone teacher or warehouse worker. Right? So you only do this stuff when you're given the kind of leeway and power that a crooked cop or an asshole cop would get. But that's what it is with the Goon Squad. Goon Squad going to go away for some time. They probably have to join the Aryans or something to protect themselves.
He looks scary.
He looks shook.
He looks shook, bro.
But on that note, that's all that I got to say about the Goon Squad. Anybody want to add anything, or we going to move on?
No, we good.
Do y'all remember that movie, The Blind Side?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the guy
That's
from
the
The
real
Blind
dude,
Side.
right?
No, that was the actor.
That's the.
That
Oh, is that the actor?
That was the actor. He's the actor in the movie Blindside.
That's right.
Michael
that's right.
Oher is like more of a light skinned dude with the beard. I mean,
You're right. You're right. I have more pictures, but the guy from The Blind Side, Michael Oher, is accusing them of tricking him. And I want to go into this real quick before we keep it moving.
That's the real one.
yeah, that's the real one right here. Yeah.
Y'all remember that movie, The Blind Side?
Yeah, that's a classic movie.
He's saying that none of that is real. He's saying that they didn't adopt him. And he's saying that white family that claimed to have adopted him in the movie and in the book and whatever else really only tricked him out of his money.
So what was the situation?
So let me read the situation and we're going to have a discussion.
Damn, that makes you look at the movie way different.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that movie was the feel-good movie of
Right?
the year. Sandra Bullock won an
It was
Oscar.
like, damn, yeah, she did win an Oscar.
If I'm not mistaken.
Because it was like, damn, they're really rooting for this kid. They're really trying to help him.
Now, they're claiming, I'm going to be honest, they're claiming that he's trying to extort them. But let me just read this and we're going to have a conversation. New details are coming to light about Michael Oher and the Tui family who inspired 2009's The Blind Side. How long ago was that? 15 years? 09?
Yeah.
About that, right around that.
Long ass time. Based on the 2006 book of the same name. The movie went on to make over $330 million.
Sheesh.
That's that savior complex, that white savior complex. Everybody was. I even enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, I did too.
It gained extra notoriety when it was nominated for Best Picture, and Sandra Bullock won the Oscar for Best Actress. Though the film was a commercial success, it later put a strain on the Oher's relationship with the Tui family, and the NFL player expressed remorse over how the film depicts him, especially the way it frames him as a student who struggled in the classroom. He's saying he didn't struggle in the classroom. They did show him like he was struggling to read.
Yeah, they did dumb him down a lot. I don't know the truth.
That's some bullshit to do to a
dude.
dude.
Something like that.
Yeah. So they made them really white saviors and stuff. On August 14th, 2023, Oher, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Or
yep,
filed a legal petition to terminate a conservatorship. You know what a conservatorship is? That's what Britney Spears had with her dad, where he was controlling all her money. Conservatorship means they control your money. Why is this grown man still having his money controlled?
What the hell? That don't even make
It
sense.
don't make no sense. Why you have to file a motion to terminate a conservatorship at this guy got to be damn near 30, 40 years old.
I know. I'm like, he's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the movie came on in 09. He wasn't even playing no more at that time. Or barely.
No, he was still on that, but I think he was
Barely
like
playing.
at that time or something like that.
Or claims that the Tui family tricked him into making them his conservators when he was 18, telling him there was no consequential difference between being adopted and entering into a conservatorship. It is a big difference.
Oh,
big difference.
I see what he's saying.
Or alleges that in his legal petition that he did not receive the same earnings from film as 4 members of the family, whom he claims were paid $225,000 for the film plus 2.5 of the film's proceeds. So how can they get more than him from the film?
And they're eating every time that movie comes on.
Every time. Wow.
That's messed up.
So was he ever staying with them? Like, you know what I'm saying?
He
like
was staying with him because if I'm not mistaken, his mom told him he could stay with them.
So that was him signing. Oh, so I see what he's saying. By him staying with him, instead of them adopting him, they told him to sign these papers.
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
What I think it was Biggie's crack commandment, rule number 7, wasn't it? Rule number 7, the crack commandments. I might be getting wrong. Keep your family and business completely separated. Like, yo, don't do it, man.
I want to know what you guys think about this.
That's crazy, yo, but it makes sense though. Like, know what I mean? Like they got him out the hood. They didn't adopt him, you know what I'm saying, like in the movie, but they made him sign the conservatorship, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they played him.
Like, yeah, you
he
can
didn't
have
understand
finances.
it. Like he didn't understand it. He's 18, right?
Ain't that wild? So
sound like they can do a sequel on that.
And because look, they're in a better position than his mom was. You know
the real actor is on the left. The real ball players on the left, the actors on the right.
Like, I mean, that makes sense because they're in a very better situation than his mom is financially and everything. So he would probably at 18, like,
that's messed up.
Put his trust into them, like, you know what I'm saying?
We got new comments. All because I believe this is Patricia. All because a white woman neighbor called Popo on her fellow white woman neighbor to the other white woman had two black men standing in her place. What the actual fuck? What were we talking about? That was the last topic, right?
No, I think she's talking about the movie. I don't know, like, what was she talking
What
about?
she say?
What we talking about before this? We were talking about
With the cops.
Oh yeah, the Goon Squad.
The Goon Squad, yeah.
So we must have missed that comment. So listen, he said that bitch should be locked up too. Patricia's going off in the comments. Salute to Patricia.
Right.
So
Shout
listen,
out to Patricia.
I don't know if they really did this, but if they did that, that is foul. That is foul. I'm gonna let Flizzy talk about this. What's going on, Flizzy?
They finessed him.
Yeah, if it's true, yeah, that's kind of grunt. But money, you hear this all the time. Money changes people. Like, how many times, like, what's his name? Derek Coleman, rest in peace. His parents got him. How many times you hear somebody's family or extended family got them?
Gary said, Gary, who you talking about?
Gary Coleman,
The actor, right?
The actor, rest in peace. Like, his family got it, like, all his dough.
They
you know
took
what I
all
mean?
his money. How
He was a security guard, like, damn near at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he made a lot of
millions. Yeah, that comes with a lot.
He made hundreds of millions of dollars.
But it's different with this dude because he was a full-fledged man. You know, I understand that you're a child actor. I'm gonna take control of your assets or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, didn't you hear, like, remember Webster Emmanuel Lewis? You, like, come to find out, I saw, like, his family was legit. Yeah. No, his family was legit with his money. They was like, I even heard on an interview, like, Fred Savage said his family, they kept him living broke, like, you know what I mean, to keep him humble, but they buy themselves a car or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
wow.
But, that money starts making you think different. You know what I mean? I've heard that story a lot of times. And I'm not talking about celebrities. I'm talking about, in my level of life, people I know personally. Like, once the money starts coming in, like, even foster situations, things like that. Money starts coming in. I've had clients over the years tell me, like, they send me this much money, but they're spending like 100 something on them. They'll buy me 2 pairs of shorts on clearance and act like they got me something with my money. It's money just does that all the time.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like I believe it, Fliz. I think they may have
finessed him, right?
They may have finessed.
It makes sense,
kid. Little black kid. He's about, he's gonna go pro. You line him up early.
I didn't even get that. And plus, look, he's coming from a projects to being in a big ass house. Basically, they was living in they already had money. Facts. The family already had money. So shit. Hell yeah, he's gonna be like, shit, I'm good. They already taking care of me.
They gave them to treat them like New Edition and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they got $1.27
right
after the tour.
You know what I'm about to do right now before we get into this next shit? I'm going to let y'all shamelessly promote what y'all got going on.
We'll be at the PVD Fest September 10th. What else I got going on? The Fago Bass, the bass show in Middletown. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out there the 26th.
Middletown? Oh,
yeah,
snap.
I think it's Middletown. I don't even got the flyer on my phone's over there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to King Handsome and shit. He invited me out there. Bring me on the set and shit. So yeah, I appreciate that.
He's going out to the burbs to do a show. That's what's up. The website's updated, flizmusic.com, FLIZZMUSIC. You can pretty much bridge to everywhere. You can go to my Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, everywhere. It's kind of a one-stop hub. The beats, I got a BeatStars page that you can link to from the Fliz Music page. I got a show this Sunday for the back to school drive at the John Hope Settlement House with, I think it's a Project 401 of them. I hope.
Shout out to them.
And then again, September 10th, also for the big festival that shuts down the city, PVD Fest. Rocking on that. TJ's rocking on that. What's the name of that bridge?
What's the pedestrian bridge?
That new bridge they built. If you're proud of that new bridge, we're gonna be performing on the bridge. TJ's at 1:30. I'm at 4:30, half-hour sets. We're gonna be doing it stupid and crazy.
I got some people popping up for me. You know what I mean? Got some
Yep.
people popping up. You know what I mean?
So everybody get there. It's September 10th, and more shows are being set up as we speak.
Yeah, and also I just dropped a new video, freestyle video. Welcome back. Edited, shot, and edited by Charles Brown over here.
Directed,
you know
edited by Charles Brown.
Yes, sir. Know what I mean? And if you see me around, I got clothes in my trunk. Know what I mean? Pull me over. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? I'll pop the trunk for you real quick. You know what I mean?
Make sure y'all hit up TJ for that gear. Make sure y'all hit up Flizzy for the wear, for the music.
Yep.
What
Say, I am me and Errol Roginski, aka Evil. We got a collab album we've been working on the low. And the thing is, the album is coming out fire. It's gonna bring a element out of me that I haven't like touched upon in a while.
East 99 is where you fuck
right. Now it's actually more of the lane of the purest hip hop. Like, yeah. So this album is more on the purest hip hop level because, like, you know, my stuff is like all over the place. Yeah. I drop an album, you don't know what I'm gonna sound like from song to song. But this album, if you want to see me in that box of being like, yo, this is my hip hop,
the rapidy rap.
Yeah. So this is gonna be me on that.
Like you on your hip hop shit, Flizzy?
It's pure hip hop. This album.
Say less.
It's not. You know, I'll get flashy. I'll sing. I'll do some reggae songs if I have to. Like,
I'm gonna let you know if it's hip hop, Flizzy.
Oh, I got an EP I'm about to drop too.
See,
soon, by the way, you know what I'm saying? I'm working. I how can I forget about that? And I mean, I got an EP coming out, and I mean, I'll work the workers. And I'm saying, I'm putting the finishing touches on that. I mean, yeah, and then I'm going in the album mode after that.
I gotta let you. I'm gonna let you guys have a sneak peek. By the way, after the show's done.
Say less.
Yo, me too. I got. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Speaking of rappers, right? There's a rapper named ESTG.
Oh yeah, I just seen that too.
Did an interview with a guy named Bootleg Kev. Put the picture up. And walked off the show in the middle of the interview because he felt like the guy was asking him about everything but his album.
I think he was building up the interview, yo.
Which one is which?
Like, so the guy on the
white guy or the black guy?
The white guy is Bootleg Kev.
Okay.
The black guy is ESTG.
Gotcha. All right, I see him getting up.
See him getting up.
Yep.
I'm gonna read to you what happened, and I'm gonna let TJ speak. Louisville rapper ESTG is going viral after walking out of an interview upon being asked about his past football career. G is now responding and clarifying exactly what happened. So the guy was asking him about, he used to be a linebacker, and he's just talking about his life, right?
Talking about his life.
And the guy got it like, what that got to do with my music, da-da-da. He was asking different questions. So it says, while sitting down with radio host and podcaster Bootleg Kev, ESTG gave Kev a look and then picked himself up out of his chair and walked off the set. The Louisville, Kentucky native appeared on the Bootleg Kev show for what was supposed to be a cool conversation about his life and his music and his forthcoming album, El Toro 2. Things went left all the way after just 25 minutes into the interview. G seemingly grew frustrated with some of Kev's questions, irregular and outside of the box, which were only meant to get the rapper to open up and show his personality. Exactly. Unfortunately, Kev's quirky questions did the opposite, leaving G to close up like a clam. Clearly having enough, G decided to end the conversation dead in his tracks, literally mid-sentence for Kev, who was asking G about getting signed to Memphis, Tennessee rapper Yo Gotti's record label CMG. 21 minutes into the conversation, Kev told G he saw him in a picture working on an NFL team, working out with an NFL team. G asked where he saw the photo, and he did not read the article that came with it, clearly trying to deflect from answering the questions. So I want to say this, man. This is what I want to say about this situation, right? In my opinion, I'm gonna let Fliz speak about this. If you're a rapper doing an interview and a guy's gonna ask you stuff that don't pertain to your album, A Mills in the building said, "Peace, King." Salute to A Mills. It ain't always about
the music.
The music, bro. Your music gonna sell when they know more about you. This is what I'm talking about. These young guys don't know nothing, right?
How old is homie?
I don't even know. But it looked like he probably late 20s, early 30s. I don't know.
He's like that.
He's not a young dude, but he's not an old.
He was dumb nice in football though, so that's why he was asking him.
The dude was asking him about his football career. This is what I think. I think these rap guys
want to be so tough.
Want to be only known for their cool ass, tough ass rapping. Nigga, you played football.
But you're still saying though.
You played football.
No, for real though. Like,
I don't understand it, bro.
Like
you get up and walk out the interview because he asked you about football and he asked you about signing to some label. And you say he asked you about some porn star. We don't know about that. I don't know about that. An old man.
I watched the clip of it.
But it's 25 minutes in.
Exactly.
You know when you do these interviews, they're gonna ask you about other stuff other than who wants to talk about your album that ain't even dropped yet. They don't even know no context to talk about. They don't even know what's on the album. They don't even know the features yet. How much can we talk about it? Make this make sense, bro. You can't talk an hour about an album you haven't even heard. It gotta make sense, bro. So when you get up and walk out, to me, it means two things. You don't understand what the game is about, or you did it for clout. You did it for views. And I'm going to go with, he didn't do it for views. He doesn't understand what his purpose is as a rapper. They're going to ask you questions about your life and your career. When I watched it, he didn't get irritated until he started asking about his football. He was a linebacker. Dude, that's a noble profession, first of all. He took it as disrespect. Like, why you asking me that? Has nothing to do with my album. Dude, your life is about your album. You should be rapping about football on your goddamn album because that's part of your life. And that's what these young dudes don't know. They're only rapping about 3 or 4 things. Matter of fact, I'm gonna listen to the album just to prove my point. He's probably only rapping about goofy stuff. I don't know this guy from Hole in the Wall. But for you to get up because he's asking you about your life means you want to hide your life. Does that make sense, Fliz?
Yeah. I get you. It's like the Rick Ross being a CEO kind of thing. Like, it
ain't even that embarrassing as a CEO.
No, I'm saying
was really nice though. That's why he was asking him about the football.
But I don't know if that's it. But I'm just answering his question. But I didn't see the interview. But I'm thinking maybe his patience will run out because you said it was 21 minutes into the interview.
Bro, this is
dog.
This platform is a big platform.
I'm not defending it. What I will say is, like, I will ask how old Homeboy is, because one thing I do realize is older artists give better interviews.
Right.
I remember the Wu-Tang's first interviews was terrible. And then later on, they got charisma. It's like, so I don't think, I'm thinking maybe he's mad young.
He's mad young. You're right. He might not be. He's maybe afraid to open up.
He was born in 1994.
Oh, so he's not young.
He's not young. But
he ain't young. I told you he's about 30.
29. He's 29 years old.
I say he's late 20s, early 30s.
But he doesn't have. Go ahead.
Like you said, all of that's part of his story, right? So when you're watching an interview, Homeboy, he's building up the interview to get to the music.
Right.
You understand what I'm
saying? They want to know who you
are as a person, how you became this artist that you are. So when he's asking him the questions, he's building up to the Yo Gotti. Oh, you said right. You know what I mean? So when he got to that point, Homeboy walked off.
That's what I'm saying.
So he's building up to starting to go into your album. You know what I mean? Like you say, he's trying to see your personality. He's trying to see what you're about. You know what I mean? So his response of the question should have been more of, I mean, I was nice. What I'm saying, like, it takes because he was somebody. If he's saying that he's seen you at the Columbine for the NFL, bro, you was fucking nice.
And you know what he said?
Why are we not talking about this?
He said, "What video?
Yeah,
what you talking about? I ain't like it. Don't exist. Like you making it up."
That's exactly how we said it too.
Yeah, to have a good interview, it does come with charisma. A lot of times it comes with practice. Like, it seems like he might be kind of green, kind of fresh.
He's very green.
Hey,
and he's still thinking of the street mentality and what to understand. People that have longevity, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Kanye, they have to be likable, for one, and for two, they got to do great interviews. 50 Cent does some great, no matter how ignorant he acts on.
Yes.
Great interviews.
You put in the group chat, right, about the interview that I just did on the Mike podcast, right, about the consistency and everything. So when people go right now, you go and listen to that interview. you hear what we're talking about. Know what I mean? He didn't just talk about music. We talked about everything across the board. You know what I mean? It's just how I answered the questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta be a tad bit vulnerable when you're doing interviews to be likable. For people, they gotta get a little bit of your backstory, bro. Like no one wants to. All right, new artists, nobody cares about. Tell me about the music. It's like I do want to hear more about like I was talking about
You want to know who the artists are?
Yeah, when I saw like the Kid and Play thing, it's like, oh, I didn't know that, and I've been listening to them for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I didn't know this was, and I like we as human beings are interested in that stuff we didn't know about. Because if we either like you already or want to grow to like you more, we gotta know something like that.
That makes you like a person more to know about their past.
Soon as you start putting that wall up, I'm like, I don't want to hear his interview.
It makes you seem fake. And like my man A Mill said in the chat, in the comments, he said, I think it's exposing the lack of authenticity. And what it is guys that's young. This is why I don't think that they want to put young guys on Drink Champs. I don't think we want to hear from the young guys yet because they haven't lived yet. Yeah. And they still think it's about having a facade. Yeah. They think it's about having a wall up and pretending to be. This dude Method Man right now is talking about mental health and awareness and depression. Yeah. He's telling you he hated himself when he was in his prime. Yep. He was like, I hated myself. He's telling you he had started falling off internally, that his rhymes were getting weak. Yep. That's right. Yep. Because he wasn't at his peak. He's talking about vulnerable stuff. Mm-hmm. And these young kids are too young to get it. This guy doesn't understand that the more he talks about himself, he's not just a rapper at that point. Mm-hmm. He's a human being that raps. People love human beings that raps. People hate rappers, bro. You got to understand, a rapper is usually a dumbass person. I'm just being honest with you. People love human beings that can rap. They hate rappers. So what this guy doesn't understand is he's trying his best to be a rapper. And a rapper usually is an idiot. A person that can rap is somebody who has a clothing line like TJ, somebody who does other things in their life. Flint's has a real job, bro. Like he does stuff with kids and everything, but he can rap. A rapper is somebody that has nothing else going on.
He talks about that in his music as well.
Who?
Fliz.
That's what I'm saying. So when you don't understand,
he's not hiding his life.
When you don't understand that people don't just want you to be a rapper. When you understand they want you to be a human that can rap, they can relate to your raps more because you are a human. A guy like this that walks off the set, then he goes and posts a thing. Oh, let's not play games because I don't play. He said, I play crazy. Like threatening the dude. Like, let's keep it real. You put the interview out within within hours of it happening. You put the clip out. Now you playing games. Don't play with me because I play crazy. That's a threat, right? So I'm like, if you're going to make a threat, what is that going to do? This guy's never going to have you back. This guy has a platform. That's why you went there. That's why you went there. That's a big
platform to be on. So
for you to go and walk off the platform, he's never going to have you back. And other podcasts are going to be like, why would I have this guy here if he's acting like I can't ask him nothing? This is what I'm talking about. A guy, he's pushing 30. I never heard this nigga till now. I'm just going to be honest with you. So I'm like, at the end of the day, your career's taking off. This is the worst thing to do, is to act like you are above interviewers. Because then I wouldn't have you on because I'm like, this dude might punch me in the face, right? So it's like, if you're smart, you're going to play into the game. But he's going to learn, like Fat Joe said, they wouldn't let him in the building back in the day because they were scared of him. It took Fat Joe years.
I just spoke about this on that interview that I'm telling y'all about. Yeah. All of this shit I'm saying, I just spoke on that. Like, why would you want to put that energy out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want you to be scared of me? I want you to want to do business with me.
A Mills in the comments said maybe he thinks talking about it will mess up his persona as a street credible rapper and mess with his core fan base, his money. But this is what I'm saying.
But that's whack, though. It's just like, why can't you?
He's right. A Mills is exactly right.
But he's right. But it's whack, though. It's like every rapper played football, basketball, whatever. They might have not been good. They might have been good. You know what I'm saying? But it's part of their shit.
I think it's twofold. One of them, I think people are scared of the Rick Ross syndrome. Where people might not look at me as hard because I did this, but also another.
That's different though. Rick Ross was a CEO.
No, I get it, but check it out. I said, but there's another side. a lot of people, when it comes to hip hop, this genre is very fickle.
Yeah.
So they might look at him as, oh, you're an athlete. You're not really a this. You come from the NFL. You might have money. You know what I'm saying? It's in our realm of our genre. Having successes for some reason will bring you down in the eyes of the street. You know what I mean? You gotta have a persona like, I come from the gutter. I came from
Most ball
like
players suck at rapping.
And then see, that's another level.
Yeah.
It's like people might not give him a shot, but no, I'm not saying this is why.
But you
I'm
know
throwing
what?
out
He's
maybes.
popping because it's the young. He's in that young era of mixing music. You know what I'm saying? So he is kind of
like
popular
like
in that era of music,
rappers
you know
are scared when rappers put out an image. Rappers now are like scared as hell to break that look.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, wait, you were an average dude who played football? Know what that shows? You had another path. You know what I mean? So I don't know how dude raps, but if he starts rapping that whole like, you know, like I came from nothing, like how it's like, yeah, you did, but you had another path too. You had a plan B.
You had a,
you know what I mean?
and but there's other rappers that did the same situation, meaning they turned down college, you know what I mean, boom, to do music.
A lot of rappers made like you know what? I'll say this about hip hop. I think like most people overindulge on the story of pain and poverty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Most rap, it just sounds cool. It's like, oh, I had nothing growing up. Yeah, I don't believe all that. There's certain people I recognize had nothing.
Right.
But then it's like, it just sounds good sometimes. You know, I remember way back in the 90s, a Method Man interview. Method Man said why he did the song Bring the Pain.
Mm-hmm.
He said, because pain is one of the things like, you know, people gravitate to. He go, what they got? Pain. I was like, that is a true statement. If you do if you knock out a song that's done correctly about pain, everybody gravitates
I
to it.
came to bring the pain.
Fact.
I'll call to the brain.
Let's go inside my astral
I mean-
plane. So on that note, we about to get out of here. I'm not going to talk about Adam 22 and his wife. He called Antonio Brown a crackhead, and that's the entire story. We're not talking about that. Who cares? But I want to keep it moving. The entire police force quit.
Huh?
Y'all heard about this? And it's
Nah.
the last story
Wait, what happened?
of the night.
The entire police force.
They all walked out.
The
Where this
entire police force quits. That's the last story we're going to discuss tonight, and we're going to have.
Crime went up. That's how Batman was born. They're about to give birth to Bruce Wayne and that shit.
They climbed
Yes.
up, and that's how Batman was born.
For real. There was no police officers.
So the entire police force quits after being offered $22 an hour in pay. I'm going to read this story, and we're going to get the F out of here because Clash is about to end. I appreciate it. People that's watching.
$22.
I'd be mad.
As a police officer, me personally, I ain't trying to be no cop for no $22
I'm saying I'd be kind of
dollars
like,
an hour.
They deal with a lot of shit. Like
They
real
deal
shit,
with
you know what I'm
mad
saying?
shit.
Good cops, bad cops, they all deal with a
You don't
lot
give
of
a
shit.
what kind of cop? That's mad money. So that's mad no money.
Yeah.
There is no questioning that being a police officer is one of the most important jobs in society. Alongside the likes of healthcare workers, they look after public interests, putting others' needs ahead of theirs, and sometimes even risking their lives in the process. This is in Minnesota, in a small city. So the entire police department resigned because issues surrounding pay and officers earning $22 an hour. I don't think that's insane to me.
How much you think a cop should earn?
Well, we're gonna talk about that. Well, let me talk about that. But it's a whole lot going on, and I'm not even going to get into the details. But this town in Minnesota, the mayor says she's heartbroken. The mayor says they're heartbroken because the cops walked off. They have no cops right now. Now, in my opinion, if I'm a cop, right, you're liable for literally everything. They're suing you for everything. If I go and I pull old Fliz over and he gives me some lip and I slap the shit out of Fliz, guess what Fliz's gonna do? He's gonna sue me.
He's going to sue the entire police department. He's going to sue the entire state. And he probably win $22 million. I make $22 an hour. Guess what that's going to do? They're going to fire me.
Yep, and replace you with somebody else.
And I'm not going to be able to work. So to me, $22 an hour, I can go work a forklift. There are people in warehouses making more than that. As a cop, somebody's trying to shoot me in the face, bro. I can come to your car right now. And what you trying to do? You ain't trying to go to jail. You got a gun on the whip. You got weed, coke. You got fentanyl. Everybody in the car got a gun.
The whole car's dirty.
The whole car dirty. It shouldn't be. They dirty, bro. And I'm pulling them over just for running a red light. Dude could shoot me in the face, shoot my partner in the face, and speed off.
Yep.
And I'm making the money that a warehouse maker's making, or a warehouse worker's making. I'm good with that. So I'm not saying I'm not pro cop or anti cop, but I'm not trying to be no cop for no $22 an hour.
Yep, that's crazy.
So you think they should make more money? I'm saying, but how much you think a cop should be paid?
A cop, in my opinion, there should be all kind of incentives, all kind of bonuses. I don't care about how cops treat black people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if I decide to put on a uniform and be a cop, I should be getting a yearly bonus. I should be getting overtime pay, time and a half.
Yep.
I should be getting way more than 20. I mean, first of all,
I'm saying
per
how much
hour.
you think they get
Let
paid?
me give you,
think
in my opinion,
they should get paid
this
per
is my
hour.
opinion. I'm gonna be a buck with you.
33, 34.
No less than
40.
$35 an hour to be a
Yeah,
cop, and that's a slap in the face. A cop should get a salary. A cop should get a salary.
35,
35 to 30. I think yearly that would be somewhere in the 70 something K range.
My check's got to be nice for me to sit on that highway and wait for motherfucking speeders all fucking day and trying to pull niggas up. And you know what I'm saying? Doing 100 miles an hour down the highway. My check got to be nice. That job's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, $22 an hour, even out to a little less than 46 grand a year.
That's
My
like a
check
slap in
got to
the
be.
face, you don't think so?
You got
No,
the people you pulling
don't-
over making more than you.
Yeah.
I mean,
You pulling over
that's
drug
why
dealers
they-
with 200 pounds of cocaine in the car.
That's why they be robbing them on the low, them dirty cops.
That's why you
That's
become
why
a
I said
dirty cop.
dirty cops, bad cops, good cops, whatever. Like, I mean, like, how much do you think they all should be paid?
I think
so
they
$35,
should get
$40
no
an
less
hour
than
should be good.
$70K a year. No less. That's being honest.
A Mill said chasing people on foot for $22 an hour is crazy. I couldn't even get it out of my mind as
You
I'm
gotta-
sitting
You gotta
there.
hop out the car and chase people.
Now I'll say
Yeah.
this: if the cops, let's say, made six figures, let's say, then I'd want some different regulation for who could be cops. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that. I say every cop shouldn't make less than $70K, but if you get six figures, then there got to be some rules and regulations in how you treat the public.
That puts
Know
it
what
in
I
a
mean?
different light too, as the person that's whipping out that weapon on you.
Yeah, I want psychiatric exams.
Is
like,
is
you know,
is
They should be doing that
underpaid,
anyways, though.
underpaid and
They should be
irritated.
doing that anyways. You know what I'm saying?
you're
For real.
right. That should
Because
be part of
some of the cops be doing stuff off of they're nervous.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Or they're scared.
It puts
Like
it in
their training
perspective.
should be different.
That's a
All
guy
the way
that's not
around the
making
board.
enough to do what he's doing, and he's irritated, he's scared.
And he don't like. It's cool like when you got cops that come from the neighborhood or understand the neighborhood. When you got cops that never lived in the neighborhood and come into the neighborhood and just scared patrolling.
Facts. They're
They're already like
transported in.
Yeah, they're already like know what I mean.
And on that note, what Tretch say? If you don't live in the ghetto,
Don't ever
come to the ghetto.
Stay the fuck.
Stay the fuck out.
because you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
the ghetto,
You wouldn't
so
understand
stay
the
But hey,
ghetto.
yo, hold up. Did you see this though? Before we slide out,
Go ahead.
did you see a kid that his dad sent them out to bring the trash out?
I saw that.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy, right?
I saw that.
That has happened to me so many times in my young boy life. Like it's funny because now dealing with being like in the public all the time, I have a lot of cop friends now. But I did tell them when I had meeting with them earlier, like I have a rocky past because I was harassed a lot growing up. Like I mean, I was kicked, all kinds of stuff. It's like you get to a point where it's like when I was young, in my 20s, it was like I was just getting pulled over and just searched just for fun. Like me, like let's say if I
Like you was part of the training course.
yeah, right.
Damn,
Like,
Flares, you
yeah,
said you don't have no
let's
street
pull him
stories, and
over.
that's a street story.
I don't. Well,
Like,
I
pull him
don't
over.
have no street stories, but I have police stories. You know what I mean? Like I have been harassed. I got harassed by police in Mexico. You know what I mean? I have, I guess,
Damn,
a
that's the
look.
wrong
Well,
place to
you
get
know what?
harassed at,
Yeah,
bro.
yo,
It's your
for real.
face, Liz.
Look,
It's
that's
your
the
face.
wrong
I
place to get
have
harassed
something
at.
about my look that makes cops
Big
like,
black
yeah.
bow-legged men.
Yeah, exactly. He's up to something. Him. I don't care what you say. He's doing something. I mean,
A Mill said they don't treat Army veterans any better.
that's what's up, bro.
He's right. It's facts. And guess what? On that note, guys, I put MC Shan in the title, and I'm just gonna say this: MC Shan disrespected Nas, and he apologized because he was wrong. Nas ended up putting MC Shan on the 50-year hip hop show, and MC Shan became happy. MC Shan just need to put teeth in his mouth
I see that too.
and behave better instead of dissing
He's
Nas.
coming at you now.
I need
Yeah,
Nas.
he's mad.
I need him to actually just reach out to Nas before you say F Nas, which is what he said.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's very disrespectful. MC Shan, I'm very, very disappointed in you. But he's always tipsy and whatever, right? Ryan Perry, salute to Ryan in the building. He said, "Thou shalt not disrespect Nas." MC
That's
Shan,
a
you
fact.
know you was wrong.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna be honest, and he said he was wrong, but he also said, "I stand by what I said because I was in my feelings." I don't think that's an apology to give. You need to be like, "I was wrong," and that's it. Don't be like, "I was in my feelings." No, don't say that. Just say, "I was wrong." Don't make it like I stand on that. I felt that's how I felt, and I'm gonna stand on it. Don't stand on some wrong shit, bro.
Yeah.
Don't stand on wrong shit. Now, Shan. SWC in the building. Salute Ryan Perry. And on that note, it is 11:11, and guess what time that
Flash.
is? It's time to end Clash. This was a great show. Rest in peace, Magoo.
What you call it from Junior Mafia passed away too.
Oh, that's
yo.
right. I meant to talk about that. Dude from Junior Mafia passed away. I'm gonna get his name right now, and we getting the
Hold on, wait.
footage.
Yo. I looked this up. I bet y'all ain't gonna remember this. Let me see if y'all remember this. Whoop whoop sound the alarm and the booger bricks and sprites the bomb, blowing up the spot like I was Nitro Gliss. And who's supposed to knock me out position? Chris? Who remember that?
Is that MC Shan?
That was MC Shan versus KRS-One Sprite commercial back in the mid-90s.
Ooh.
I remember that commercial. Was like, all right. I loved hip hop like so much that even the commercials had me stupid.
Nah, that's crazy, yo. You seen a new Sprite commercials? Wait, did you watch? Hold up, did you watch the 50? What they did at Yankee Stadium?
I'm about to watch that tomorrow.
Yo, bro, I was mad. I was supposed to go there.
I'm about to watch that tomorrow.
Me and these pump faked on that.
But that's a long night. That's a long day.
Yeah, nah, that shit was 8 hours, bro.
Chico,
I watched that shit in 2 days. Yeah,
Chico Del
man.
Vec of Junior Mafia has passed away. I want to say R.I.P. to Chico Del Vec of Junior Mafia. We're losing a lot of greats, a lot of people. This is the time of life where people are going to start to silently and quietly just disappear, and we are going to be left with pieces to pick up. So rest in peace to Chico. Rest in peace to
R.I.P.
There's another guy that passed too that I saw, and I didn't get to bring his name up. But
Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee Herman, we already said rest in peace to him.
Okay.
That was 2
All
weeks ago.
All right.
But good night. Good night, A Mills. Good night, everybody who tuned in to Clash
We
Brothers.
appreciate y'all.
We will be back next week. Mike Brown, I saw your DM. I'm going to contact you. We're going to bring you in here because I think you will be a great addition to the Clash Brothers show. We will be here next week, Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow night, we should be back. We were on vacation last week. I didn't have any shows last week. But me and Dale are working on something it's going to be called Hip Hop Only. We'll be talking about nothing but hip hop. None of this goofy stuff that we talk about in these other shows. It's going to be old school hip hop. We just talking about hip hop. Me and then Chop going to join in on some of the shows too. We're working on that. And I got a relationship show I'm about to come with. It's called Brace Yourself. I'm talking hardcore relationship advice. What's my guy? Kevin Samuels is in that lane. That's coming. CLBMG Network. I'm gonna catch y'all